Hey, what's good? What's happening? What's popping? Welcome to episode 61 of the Baccannal Podcast with your host K to the C and
AK. L's your boy Kill in the building live. Even though we're not really live. We're live right now at this moment. Yes,
we live enough. And we got us a special guest, man. Reporter from Hilton News. Oh fuck, man! I keep fucking up. Hayden, what's good? Man.
You drunk, Casey? What's going on?
A little. I'm drinking wine. I'm feeling fine, baby.
Oh, God.
Gotta be a little wine here. Can't front.
We have to
Baccannal game, man.
We're moving.
Yeah, man. What's good? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I'm good.
Things good.
Both of you. All right, how's it going? Now, I started the Baccannal game. Whenever Casey fucks up or messes up a name, you take a shot.
Die.
You might die in the process. I did a whole review about Halloween, talking about Sigourney Weaver.
You said I was right.
I just encourage your bullshit.
Yeah, whatever.
For my own personal entertainment.
Yeah. So it's good, everybody. Man. How's everybody's week?
Let's let the guests go first. How are you?
I'm doing good, man. Just relaxing inside as the weather up down here gets colder.
I know. I'll look at your weather, and then I'll just chuckle to myself. I'm like, ha! I miss that healthcare, but not that weather.
Yeah, that damn snowstorm that came and hit us out of nowhere.
Ugh.
Everybody was driving like shit. Pissed me off.
The thing is, like, weather like this right now, it's almost like you don't mind it because, like, all right, it's Christmas time, whatever. The snow is like, it's not that bad. Mm-hmm. Right after Christmas, it's like, yo, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, exactly. When it's like
I was outside in my shorts, man. It was great outside today.
Just gotta rub it in.
Yeah. Yeah, when it's like March, it's like, man, what the fuck? It's still snowing? What's going on?
It's 27 degrees right now in Ottawa, so I just like look at Ottawa shits and giggles right now.
27 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, and then here by me it's 45 right now degrees.
We go by Celsius here, bro. Sorry.
You can keep that shit, man. That's the Queen's metric system. No parts to that.
So what you been dealing with?
Well, me? You know me, out here living. Which means I'm not doing a whole lot of nothing, pretty much. When people ever answer something, man, you know me, I'm out here living, man. And then you try to get them to elaborate on that statement. It's always some bullshit that follows. You know, chilling, mowing the yard.
You ain't doing shit. Just say ain't shit.
You ain't doing. You know me, boss.
I watched that Hereditary movie. You guys check that out? Finally got a chance to watch it.
I haven't watched that yet, man.
Nah, nigga, I was like, fuck this guy, man. You ain't sending me it. I got a ski mask on my own. And you ended up sending it
twice.
I got it after, but I got it myself before that. Okay. No, I checked it out. Did you guys watch that or no?
Nah.
It's on my to-watch list, man. It's
a slow burn at first, but once it picks up, holy shit. I was watching, I was like, who the fuck thinks of shit like this to write in a movie? What the fuck?
The same dark people that go on like shooting sprees, but instead
of
like taking it out in real life, they put it down on paper. And
I guess so, man. That shit was crazy. It gets crazy.
It got dark real fast.
Oh, it got crazy real quick.
Whew, it turned into Michael Blackson by You know, I was getting in touch with my feminine side. I was watching A Star Is Born. Fighting back thug tears, son. Thug tears.
A Star Is Born, man. That looks like shit. You watched that whole thing?
I watched that whole. That shit was great, man.
Have you heard of that?
I'm surprised at how many. I haven't seen it yet, but I'm surprised how many people has been saying, like, even like some of my guy friends who like straight thugs and shit, be like, "Yo, man, you gotta watch that movie, Star Is Born, son."
It was good, man.
I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? You watched that?
I watched it, but I started watching. I was like, okay, because how they get you is Bradley Cooper, like, he peppered throughout the film a bunch of random black comedians. Like, he goes to the grocery store. I'm like, oh shit, Linnell.
Oh, Dave Chappelle's in there, right?
I was like, what are you doing there? Yeah, he gets drunk at the side of the street. Dave Chappelle's like, hey, man, you need help? I'm like, shit, Dave Chappelle? He goes to a wedding. Eddie Griffin pops out of nowhere.
What?
I'm like, damn, Bradley Cooper, did you just bring all your black comedian friends to and they're not really like any like
significant character.
Yeah, significant characters. They're just there to be like, hey, I'm cool with Brad Cooper.
But that was at the Toronto International Film Festival, and
Yeah.
Dave Chappelle was down here for that movie, I believe, and he ended up doing like a show where he went to a show at Cardinal, and it ended up being like one of the best things of the night that happened. And I was pissed I missed out on that, but he was there rapping with Cardinal and all that shit. Looked pretty dope.
But it's a dope film. This is the third or fourth version of the film. Like the first one was in the 50s, but the concept or the overall story of the film is there's this guy who's a star. In this version, he's a rock star. He kind of has like country swang too, and he meets this up and coming artist, and
steals her songs.
No, she's writing. She's writing for him, but she's like way more talented than him, and he kind of sees himself like as she's progressing, he's becoming worse in life. He's going to rehab and stuff.
It sounds like a Whitney and Bobby Brown story.
Honestly, watching it, to me, it looked like Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani.
Oh,
that's the vibes I was getting from this version of the film, and like throughout the film, like she's like she's progressing in her career as he's kind of like just fucking up after fucking up, and it gets sad, man. It gets to the point where when you a thug and you trying to fight a tear, so you start saying dumb shit like "Quit playing, Brad." Why you gotta do that, Bradley Cooper? Chill out, bruh. Start talking to the TV. Chill out, man.
I'm not trying to be sad, man. If I want to be sad, I'll look at the mortgage rates in Toronto, man. I'll look at these gas prices.
But
try to sit down for 2 hours and be sad.
No, it's not like it's not just like a.
Sad like my girl watches This Is Life or whatever it's called. I can't take This Is Us. I'm like, I can't watch that shit, bro. Oh God, man.
It's good, man. Randall, you don't like Randall?
Yeah, I like feeling sad too much, man. Life's hard enough. I ain't gotta watch that shit too. Trying to relax.
It's about life, man. It's real life stories, man.
What's up? What we get?
It's a dope film.
Are you good?
I'm good.
You look like you're about to say something.
No. Just think about like how Dave Chappelle was in the movie. I was thinking about like if Dave Chappelle just finds himself in all these romance movies. Like remember like Sleepless in Seattle? He was Tom Hanks' friend in that shit.
What? He sure was.
He's probably like, well, fuck it, a chick.
Every now and then he just pops up. He's like, yo, I'll be the black friend. Gives you advice along the way.
That's what he is in this movie. He's the black friend that's like, quit fucking up, Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper is like, you know what, Dave Chappelle? You are right. Stop fucking up for Lady Gaga. And she's phenomenal in the film, man. Like even if you're not a fan of her music, she's like, you gonna respect my art, damn it. She's like, I'm gonna hit them notes.
You ever seen the video clip, the video montage of her talking about the movie, and she literally says the same thing over and over and over again?
No. Yeah. It reminded me of the game's freestyle, where he keeps saying the same freestyle at every radio show that he goes to. That's exactly what it was like.
She's like, you could walk into a room full of people, and all you need is just for one of them to believe in you, and that person was Brad. And the thing is, she says this in every single interview as she's doing the tour, and then Bradley Cooper's just sitting beside her, pretending like he's hearing it for the first time ever.
Oh Lord, that's
she's like, you could be in the room front of 100 people.
Yeah,
99 say no, but that one yes could change your life. The first time you hear it, you're like, yo, that shit's inspirational. But like the 50th time, you're like, all right, we get it.
That's like the Beyonce and Jay-Z concert, like when they're hugging and looking at each other, watching the pictures of their kids acting like they've seen it for the first time. Yet they're doing this like 6 days a week. Every night they're going to like different places. It's like, broads.
Oh, I've never seen my child before.
Yeah, it's like, this is so bullshit. Y'all ain't fooling me.
I mean, you know me, I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, but fucking people they annoy me now. Carter's.
You don't like Family Man Jay-Z anymore?
Listen, I don't mind. I love 444. That was a great album. But like this whole aura that they have, like we're so much better than everybody else, and like how did it kind of lord around that? Like, get off your shit and just make your fucking music.
I guess you didn't like their album too much then.
I didn't care about their album too much. All the songs are the same shit.
That's all right.
All the songs is look how amazing we are. We're so much better than you.
I have art. I have a Picasso painting in my house. What do you have?
Yeah.
Some shit from Big Lots. You damn right I do. I don't know, damn Picasso for what? That's a mortgage.
For all the people that did not know, embark on 2 Trinidadian Canadians' journeys exploring games, movies, comics, and all-around foolishness from an American perspective and a Canadian perspective. Join us as we discuss this week's geeky news and all-around foolishness. Open your ears and tighten your butt cheeks for a hilarious and informative ride. The Baccannal Podcast is about to begin. Let's do it!
Yo, I forgot to tell y'all, man. I've been playing that Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu.
Oh, Lord. Why?
Shit got me feeling dirty, son. Shit got me feeling like a dirty old
Is that
man.
connected with the one with the cell phones?
Yeah, you could.
Okay.
I haven't did that yet, but I've been playing it with my son.
Mm.
So
Oh,
each person,
I love how you're using your son as the reason.
No, like I was gonna get that shit anyways, but I wanted the game for me and him to play because he just be looking at me, and I'll give him a controller that's not connected.
Oh, that's
like,
still
yeah,
works.
yeah. Like I still do that same trick, so I was like, all right, so for once I could like actually physically play a game with him. It's good. They
Looks
dumbed
good.
that shit. They dumbed it down a lot to the point where when you first visit the first gym with Brock, they stop and they're like, make sure you have a water or grass Pokemon. Or you won't win this battle. Back in the day, you go with whatever you have and you're going to take that L. They're not going to allow you to take that L in this one. They want you to come prepared. The
So there's
wild
like
Pokemon. Go ahead.
there's like another version of Pokemon Go.
It's a reimagining of Pokemon Yellow with some of the mechanics from Pokemon Go in there. So instead of approaching the wild Pokemon and them attacking you, you are the attacker. You show up out of nowhere and you just throw balls at, like, they'll be like sniffing grass and you just sneak up on them and you're like, I got you, bitch. Like,
You're like a slave trader.
You're
You're like a poacher, and you're a poacher
man.
in Africa.
That's why I feel so bad. Like, this one Pokemon just like taking in the summer breeze.
Living his life.
And then my ass to show up with a net, like, I got you, bitch, and you could throw the ball and hit him in the face with it.
Next, your kid starts playing it, and he grows up, he's fucking kills some squirrel or some shit. You're like, yo, why you do that? Bitch had it
Spiders and
Yeah,
ants fighting shit.
And there's like a touch mechanic in the game with your your Pikachu. They're like, play with Pikachu, and you could like use the Joy-Con to pick which part of his body you want to touch. That shit is super creepy. So I touched his tail. He didn't like that. So I put the hand like near like the stomach area, and like when I moved it, it was like near his crotch. He started getting all happy. I was like, this nigga want me to jack him off.
Oh, Lord. And after you jacked him off, what happened?
I think he leveled up after that. He said, Pikachu has learned a new skill. It's finesse.
Pouring himself.
Whoring himself. I was like, I don't want to touch Pikachu. Like, I felt like, you know, that creepy Uncle Bad touch. Like, I just felt nasty. I was like, that mechanic in the game does not need to be there. I don't need to be touching Pikachu.
We don't have that kind of uncle. Bonfire! Bun that kind of uncle.
He did what?
Get the cutlass!
But with the ass. Uncle Bad touch. Ain't nobody got time for that. But yeah, other than the creepiness, it's a good game. I like how anybody could jump in. Like, 2-player mechanics are done very well. The catching, so there is some wonkiness with the motion controls. I need to play some more of it before I can give a full review. And I heard it's super easy with handheld mode to catch the Pokemon. So
it looks fun. I've never been into Pokemon like that. I think that Pokemon and like all Digimon and all that just missed my generation. Like that was like I was just getting into like, you know, gal and things. So I was like, I'm done with video games shit now. And that's when Pokemon blew up. I think we were in like grade 11 or grade 10.
Shit, I was playing that shit hard. Everybody in my school was busy catching STDs and being nasty. I was catching Pokemon.
I was catching Coochie.
I was trying
to catch them all.
Yeah, you about to be an Itchy-mon.
I was going from high school to high school trying to catch them all.
Nah, I ain't got no time for that. You like, what'd you catch? Herpes. I'm like, no, I'm talking about Pokemon, nigga. Nah. Chlamydia. That's what I caught. Y'all out here catching chlamydia, and I'm catching Pikachu, so y'all could have that.
Great memories.
I've never washed my hands since.
Timeless nights.
All right. Moving on. You want to jump into this Baccannal news?
Do it. That's what we got first on the docket, man. What's going on?
Sad news, man. We lost the man, the legend, the greatness, Excelsior, Stan Lee. civil rights, comic book creator. What else did he do? All around awesomeness, cameos.
Only white guy I know who could wear shades in a room and no one would bat an eye and say that looks weird.
Damn right.
Only black guys can get away wearing shades inside. And Stan Lee. You know what I mean? So,
Stan Lee was woke before woke was a thing.
For real.
He was woke before. They're like, this white man's doing all this? Yep, since the 60s. Creating characters like Falcon and Black Panther that reinforced positive black imagery, which was unheard of at the time. So shout outs to Stan, man. Creating characters like Spider-Man. I was surprised with his net worth. His net worth was only like 80 million. I was like, no way. Stan got some money buried in the yard somewhere.
Roy, do you want to say something? Feel free to cut us off, eh? Anytime we're talking too much, just cut in and cut us off. Don't worry.
I was just checking my my monitor, my audio here.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Yeah, man, it was sad. What thing is, he's been struggling with his health for a while, so you knew the day was coming soon. Mm-hmm. And he was what, 96? So it's like
95.
95, yeah. So you can't really be too sad, you know. The guy lived a full life. He was happy, and any interview that he had, even like up till recently, he was talking about how, you know, that he didn't feel like he was 96. He didn't feel like he was old. He didn't feel like, you know, he was, you know, like some old person or like that. You know, he had this, and he had like the sense of humor about everything as well. Yeah. So, and you're not really sad about, you know, the fact that he died, but
he was still torn.
You know, but you realize the impact that he did have on the community, and not not just the comic community. You know, like this the way how the comic community or the characters he made influence everything else. Like, you know, you look at a lot of you know, actors and stuff in Hollywood. Like, where would their career be if it wasn't for the characters that he created? You know, and you look at some of the storylines he made, and how, you know, people view, like at the time when they made Spider-Man, like you weren't supposed to make teenager superheroes. You're only supposed to make them like sidekicks. You know, you weren't supposed to make black superheroes. You weren't supposed to make minorities like somebody you're supposed to, you know, idolize. So that was, you know, it was an important figurehead in the comic book community.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Speaking about actors and Stan Lee, Armie Hammer was criticized because he was making well, basically he criticized fellow celebrities for posting you know, grief selfies with the wake of Stan Lee's death. So there's been a bunch of like celebrities who have been part of Marvel, or just any interaction that they had, like with Stan Lee. Like, for example, Jason Momoa posted pictures with Stan Lee. So he felt that it was basically like celebrities being narcissistic, trying to take the shine from the death of Stan Lee, posting pictures with Stan Lee. Mm-hmm. And people went in on them for being an asshat.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, man.
So he made a apology saying, while attempting to provide some unnecessary social commentary about the current selfie culture in true asshat form, thank you, Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I advertently often offended many of who were genuinely grieving the loss of a true icon. I want to apologize from the bottom of my heart and will be working on my Twitter impulse control. And that's why your ass never became Batman. Lone Ranger ass. Armie Hammer sounding like baking soda having ass.
Yo, he's finished out here, bro. He's finished.
No, he's not. He'd be alright.
Nah, man, ain't nobody gonna be fucking with his movies no more.
He'd be alright. Watch him become somebody in the Fantastic Four. Probably deep down, he wanted to be part of Marvel. He wanted to be part of Team Marvel, and it probably just never happened. So
comic book fans don't forget, man. Comic book fans do not forget.
They let old Zack Snyder get away with talking about raping Batman.
You didn't. Like I said, people don't
never forget. You said that.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care if it was a joke. I took that for real. How dare you?
Yeah, exactly.
How dare you try to penetrate the cheeks of Bruce Wayne? Don't you even talk about that figuratively.
And what did Bill Maher do? He trashed fans too, right? So
yeah, so Bill Maher, in true Bill Maher fashion, was trashing fans mourning the death of Stan Lee and adults who read comic books in general. forgot his statement. It was just something vague, like guy who created Spider-Man and Hulk has died, and America is mourning. That's all he wrote. So I guess that's all Stan Lee is to him, just the guy that created Spider-Man and the Hulk.
He's a hater.
Hating, man. He always hating on some shit.
That guy's still lucky he has a career after the last stunt that he pulled. When he called himself a house nigga.
Yeah, that was risky for him to do, man.
And it's like,
he's lucky. Yeah.
Don't try to pull that string just yet.
No, he's done.
Yeah. Again, he's white in America. We'll forget about it in 2 weeks. All is forgiven, buddy. I'm a house nigger too.
Bloodness.
They let everything slide. He gonna be on TMZ crying.
Oh man.
Kanye gonna come in. Let me finish though. You know what he meant was that he's in the house,
Lord Kanye.
enslaved. Somebody locked him in his house. Okay? And we all niggas, right? No. No, we are not. I just want Kanye to come interrupt me one day during the podcast. What y'all doing is good, but...
Oh man, Kanye. Blade is back.
Yes, I'm so excited.
About goddamn time.
I don't like how he came back. They found my man tied up in chains. I'm like, what kind of S&M is going on in here? And the only thing he said was, they're like, you want to join the Avengers? Bring me my sword. Like,
he didn't say yes.
Like, Blade, what are you doing?
I said, get my damn sword.
I'm like, why are you tied up? First of all, he's tied up and shirtless. I don't know what's going on in Blade's world. Man's just tied up, shirtless, and glistening. It looked like Tyrese when he was stuck in his house.
God,
what do you want?
Please don't give Tyrese the role. Oh man,
Hey.
I'll take Jamie Foxx over Tyrese.
It's a year later with that whole thing, and it's like still like, what more do you want from me?
Yeah.
Now, let me get you guys' opinions with Blade. I feel like Blade needs a re-imaging because he still has that 90s swag. Blade still looks like he just left he looks like a 90s basketball player with the shiny ass bald head. And he has like the clothes from the Crow. I want a new re-imaging of Blade. Blade needs like a nice little beard, maybe a fade.
Don't ever say nice little beard again.
We had all that.
Beard, you know, with the maybe like a Jamie Foxx beard, one of those beards that you could take off and put in your closet. Have a beard collection, a fake hairline.
Yeah, I was thinking of that comedian guy. What's his name again? But yeah, I don't know who would play him.
We're gonna make a Blade look like Odell Beckham. With the macaroni hair. But he does need he needs a re-imaging, man. Like, people don't look like that no more. It's not the 90s.
I don't know, man. Luke Cage is pulling that look off for like.
Well, I'm just saying that's when Marvel's being lazy and they're just like, oh, he's black. We don't know how to draw black hair. Let's make him bald. Niggas like tattoos. So put some random tattoos. His tattoos aren't even meaningful. It's just lines everywhere.
It's just like
dragons and shit.
It's like the tribal tats from like the 1990s.
Yeah, I was like, come on, let's change him up. Let's give him a new look. Give him a fade. Get that beard going. Shit, let's get Ghost from Power to be our new Blade.
Trying to think who I would want Blade.
Jamie Foxx.
So what kind of look should Blade have then? You want to have like
cornrows
cornrows and shit?
No, it's 2000. Give him a high top fade, beard,
some dreads.
Yeah, or maybe some dreads. Blade's on a vegan diet because he's woke now. We're gonna have a woke Blade. He gonna have some beads on his wrist. We'll have a woke
Blade,
bearded Blade.
Yeah, the dude from Power could do it for sure. Denzel
Washington's son could be Blade.
Nah, I don't see that.
Man, give that man a shot, man. Damn, man. Nah, man. Nah. Throw that in the trash, man.
I see him too much as a goofy guy after watching him in Ballers all the time.
Yeah, man.
I mean, he's good in that show. I like him.
Yeah, no, he's great. He's a great actor.
But yeah, Blade's up for grabs. He's now back. He's in the Avengers now in this comic series. MCU owns the rights for Blade, so they could bring him into a movie, or they could do a Netflix series, or
affirmative action.
Dude from Power would be dope for Blade.
Ghost, yeah, I could see Ghost.
Ghost could do it.
Wasn't there a rumor? Wasn't there a rumor with Wesley Snipes trying to talk to Marvel something about or Fox or something like that about a Blade movie like recently?
Yeah, that is talks. But do you want to see a 60-year-old Blade?
Maybe I do.
Should be Blade. I think he should be the dude who was like father figure to Blade in the Blade movies. What's that? I don't know the dude's name.
Oh, Wesker.
Yeah, that's who.
If I was to redo Blade, I would have Wesker as an Asian person. Have Donnie Yen be Wesker, a Whisker, whatever the name Wesker. I don't know. Have him play that guy, and so that'll be like his father figure and role model, and that would make sense to why he knows kung fu so well.
Have like Jackie Chan play him or some shit?
The only Asian people know kung fu.
Yes, yes, in the world of Marvel, yes.
Yeah, I know it.
No, not a random black guy from Queens. I know kung fu, my guy. Dead
ass. I got you, fam.
I got you, fam. I dead ass, no kung fu. Get your Timberlands ready. Sensei Badman. Speaking of foolishness, are you guys familiar with Tyrone?
I'm Tyrone. Hell yeah, I know who Tyrone is.
Alright, so my boy Tyrone, he's really campaigning hard right now. He's trying to join WWE, and I'm all for it.
Yeah, why not?
WWE needs that level of foolishness.
Yeah.
Now we both know that he's gonna have to tone it down because WWE is doing that family-friendly PG-13 audience now. They're not doing that hardcore attitude era. But
so we'd have to say like long dingling style instead.
I don't even think he could do that. He could keep that same, stop smoking energy that he has. He's all about, don't smoke. But he's gonna have to keep the "I'ma fuck your wife" long dick style from the WWE. Now, if you're not familiar with Tyrone, let's play a quick clip for some of the listeners.
Do it. I'm gonna have to add it in after. It's not playing. I can't hear it.
Oh yeah, here. Let me do another quick share again. Let me stop this one. Alright, let me do share. Oh, I didn't do share sound. Whoops.
This guy.
Whoopsie. Alright, now you should be able to hear it. Not bad.
It's all good. Don't hear it. Don't hear it.
No. You still don't hear it?
No.
We're gonna try one more time, and then we're gonna.
Alright, cool. I'll just add it in and post it, man.
Alright, one more time for the culture. Bam, share sound. Bam. And
I'm Tyrone. The smoke is bad. I'm here to fuck your wife. Oh, baby, chill. I got this shit. Jamie Foxx looking motherfucker.
There we go.
I'm Tyrone. And fuck you in this cancer shit.
damn right, fuck all that smoking.
Yo, my nigga.
I love when the dudes try to find them back.
I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Gary Coleman looking motherfucker. Fuck your wife.
I need that soundbite in my life. You're stupid.
Smoke is bad. I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Trevor from GTA looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck your wife. I want that stuff. Smoke is bad. I gonna do something? Huh? I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Ashley Larry looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck your wife, player. Chill. I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Whoopi Goldberg looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck your wife.
They look so confused when this shit happens.
I'm Tyrone.
Oh shit.
I'm here to fuck your wife. Dick style. The fuck? Smoke is bad, motherfucker.
Is that a man or a woman?
I'm Tyrone.
Both.
And fuck this Steph Curry looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck your wife.
Yeah, he trying to beat up young M.A. Cut it out, Tyrone.
A cigarette? Cause smoking's bad, motherfucker. I'm Tyrone, and I know what y'all motherfuckers thinking.
Looking like $20 a pack.
Shit,
Yeah, I'm pissed.
but I just want to wish y'all a happy Mother's Day.
That's just one cigarette, though.
I'm Tyrone. And fuck this fake ass Kevin Hart looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck. Is that a cigarette? Smoke is
Bruh.
bad, motherfucker. I'm Tyrone. And fuck this Jack Black looking motherfucker. I'm here to fuck your wife, long dick style.
Tyrone gotta be a
Smoking
big
that
dude, man.
shit.
Just be slapping
You
shit
son
out
of
of
a
cigarettes like that. I don't know.
Does he even know how to wrestle? Does he even know how to wrestle?
You don't need to wrestle when you slap cigarettes out of people's hands.
That ain't gonna last long in the WWE.
Yes, it will.
That's gonna be a one-trick pony that's gonna get tired quick.
It's gonna be a great gimmick.
Yeah, for the first episode.
Have the villain walk in there with a cigarette, and then Tyrone comes and saves the day.
And someone comes and body slams him through the damn mat, learns his damn lesson. It's like, this is real pain. Y'all really get hurt out here. I'm going back to Instagram.
But yeah, I think they should put him in NXT. Let him, get his feet wet and work his way up to WWE.
I gotta see him wrestle first, man. Gotta see him wrestle.
Come on, man. You know his ass don't know how to wrestle, but I'm just saying, like, put him through the training programs and then, like, have him start off at NXT before they bring him to WWE. Let him earn his stripes.
They ain't doing all that.
Nah, he's gonna get fucked up in that.
The Miz did that. The Miz started off on real.
But the Miz is a real rapper. Miz is a real fucking wrestler, man.
He started off on MTV, and he was doing all that underground shit.
Yeah, but
we don't know what Tyrone do.
Wrestling, man. I know, but the dude Miz was been talking about wanting to be in wrestling from real world. From back then, he was like had his whole thing together, and he was doing wrestling tricks on people in the show. So. I don't know. I'm not trying to say
a lot of retired football players become wrestlers.
Absolutely.
Reigns.
But they have names and stuff, like, I mean, with the Miz, it's like, all right, that like, if the Miz existed now, I don't think he would get in, like the way how he did back then, just because it was a different kind of business back then, where they just allowed any kind of crossover star to come in, like this guy off YouTube, or is it YouTube or is it Instagram star,
Instagram,
whatever. Yeah, they ain't gonna pull that guy in.
They did that to a guy already. His name was Jack Ryder.
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
See, look, I schooled you guys on that shit.
Now, he schooled nobody. He probably had skills in wrestling before that they seen.
Yeah, he did a lot of underground like.
There you go. Stuff. We haven't seen anything from Tyrone to say he's like a wrestler.
Man, make a wrestling like mixtape, man.
Exactly. I need to see at least for all these skits he got slapping people with cigarettes and running and shit. Like he could have one little play-by-play of his wrestling skills.
That's all you need. Okay, I want to see Tyrone fight somebody at a grocery store.
Got to see that portfolio.
90s wrestling style, Booker T.
At least put one person in a sharpshooter or something. You know what I mean? Like
now, like a lot of criticism with Roman Reigns when he was wrestling was that he was like a one-trick pony, saying that he only does that same move over and over again. So it would be interesting to see if Tyrone could develop himself as a technical wrestler and not just go around slapping the shit out of people.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't learn, but you gotta see it before you try to go to the big league. You know what I mean?
I could see maybe like a cameo.
I'm all for it.
I could see him doing a cameo for sure too right now.
Hey man, Stephen Amell, Arrow, he was on wrestling one episode or a couple episodes.
Okay, so he doesn't want to be like in wrestling as his career.
We don't know.
You know what? You're down
that man's life.
You're down talking wrestling right now. That's what's happening.
No,
you're like,
I'm just
like I want to be a pilot. I should be hired by a fucking to be a pilot. Like you gotta show your work. I watched that
movie with Denzel flying one time. I can be a pilot.
You're down talking what WWE is. Like
what are your credentials to be a pilot? Well, you don't see me slapping fucking cigarettes out of people's hands. Like that's all they need.
You see how steady my hand is when I slap that shit? No, I'm all about giving people shots, even if they get seriously injured at the expense of my entertainment.
Yo, Tyrone's gonna get fucked up if he just goes into the wrestling.
Yeah, and wouldn't it be great?
It would be good for our entertainment.
Throw him to a table.
Yo, he'd be done. He has to like learn how to do that shit.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be good TV.
Yeah, they'd probably let him in for one episode, fuck him up, and be like, "You sure you still want to be doing this? You thought it was fake? Your shit's fake, but this shit's real." You know what I mean? They'll fuck him up for sure, just to show him.
Look, Tyrone, man, I want you to prove him wrong. All right?
Yeah, man, I want him to prove us wrong too, man. Let's see the portfolio. Let's see what you got in the ring.
Show them long dick style. What else is wrestling name? Long dick style. LDS. LDS to the ring. Fuck your wife. Long dick style. They need like rated R wrestling. I know they have the PG-13 stuff.
They definitely gotta bring that back.
They need like wrestling after dark. I want some rated R
wrestling after dark.
Exactly. I want to see some like storylines. This person fucked this person's wife. All types of ratchetness. That's what I want to see. Because Tyrone would be perfect for that if they did wrestling after dark.
Yeah.
Yo, that storyline would be lit. He slapped a cigarette out of Triple H's hand and then tells him he fucked his wife long dick style.
The next dude would be good too. I got a bald head. I don't know if you remember that guy.
Oh yeah, I remember that guy. I got a ball.
They were both supposed to fight a long time ago, but it never happened. They just kept people going on and on about it. Got money from people, and they didn't even end up fighting for real. It was like a fake match.
That
was bullshit. It wasn't even real. They just went in the ring. Tyrone was doing some bullshit. Didn't even look like wrestling. The other guy was actually doing wrestling tricks, and then Tyrone lost the fight and tried to really fight him. And they broke it up because they're like, "Yo, it's fake. It's fake."
If they need not Kimbo, obviously Kimbo died, but need a guy like Kimbo to be in WWE.
But Kimbo didn't even do that great when he was in the. Once he got to like more technical matches, he didn't know do that shit when he was in UFC.
Yeah, the jiu-jitsu.
Once they UFC though,
him down.
He could have done something with WWE if he had an offer.
Yeah, because there's technicality with you gotta be like a versatile person. Like Ronda Rousey, she's doing pretty decent right now, but she's still learning the ropes, and she's somebody who's like a prodigy athlete when it comes to martial arts. And
I won't go that far.
You won't give her prodigy status because she picks stuff up pretty fast.
I mean, I've never watched any of the wrestling stuff, so but
I think she's pretty good wrestling.
With the, I
think it was a good move for her. I think that was a great move.
Yeah, that's the only move she had.
Hey,
it's a good in between to get her acting better, and then she her movies.
She had all these like acting. Like there was this a remake of Roadhouse, and that she was supposed to be in it. But the thing is, her acting career was based off of her image being like this undefeated fighter. So when she lost, and all of a sudden the gigs didn't come in anymore, then she's like, "Yo, I gotta find something else to do because now I'm getting my ass kicked in the UFC, and none of these movie offers are coming in like they used to. I gotta find something else." Oh, hey, WWE, what's going on?
She was the best part in the Mark Wahlberg movie, Mile 22. She had the most dimension as a character.
I was actually just trying to watch that earlier today, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, the movie sucks, but she's the best part of them. Her acting's good, and then the guy from Raid, even though he doesn't get to talk, and they put the poor guy in chains.
Should have been his damn movie.
It should have, but they have to appeal to a Caucasian audience. So put that man in chains.
I turned that shit off and I put it on Space Jam.
Hey, better acting.
Big Brody needs to be in wrestling. That's who I was talking about with the I got a ball head. He looks like a fucking wrestler, man.
All right, so this is a good transition. Talking about people spicing things up and changing things. So Jon Cryer, who you might know from 2.5 Men, he's been casted as Lex Luthor in CW Supergirl.
Oh wow, he actually got casted?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh, good for him. I was like, yo, this guy does not look intimidating at all. Saw him with the bald head. I was like, there's no way you're just getting the roll up, be having a damn bald head. You got it?
I've seen him play serious roles, and I think he's going to do good. I think he's going to knock out the park.
You support everything. Holy shit.
I'm not going to just be hating like, fuck that guy, man. Saw that nigga with Charlie Sheen, son. How you going to be excellent? Anything's better than Jesse Eisenberg, directed by Zack Snyder. That's the... Like, because I remember reading about that, and I was like, I'll give it a shot, because they described it as like a Mark Zuckerberg skinhead who was obsessive about Superman, and then you go and see the movie and you get the Riddler
putting lollipops in people's mouths and shit.
Putting lollipops, you like that?
Candy in a grown man's mouth.
Like
that was so
dick.
Weird. That scene was so weird. I walked out the theater. I'm like, I still don't know why he put the candy in that guy's mouth.
Zack Snyder was probably writing that down. He's like, yeah. Then you take the candy, you rub that shit against his lips and push it into his mouth.
I was like,
keep eye contact as you do it. Probably rubbing his hands as I see in this film. He's like, yeah, crowd gonna love this.
I was like, this is the weirdest shit. Some cuck shit.
It was some cuck shit, man. But if you do want to see him in a serious role, watch NCIS. He actually shaved his head for that role, and he was a doctor because he wanted to do a complete departure of his character from 2.5 Men. Because his character Alan Harper on that show is like a little weasel.
He's the half man.
Yeah, he pretty much he's an annoying little weasel. So he shaved his head, and then his character on NCIS is more serious. He's more Lex Luthor like.
That's good. Okay, cool.
So now for the movie version of Lex Luthor, let me go off the rails here. I would have casted Bradley Cooper.
You all high on Bradley Cooper?
I
man.
know. Get off his dick.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm doing that because have you seen the movie Limitless?
Yep.
Yeah, I've seen Limitless. That's a good movie.
So you take that politician-ness from vibe from Limitless, and then you add the scumbag from Wedding Crasher. You complete piece of shit in that film. So you combine those two characters, you shave his head, Lex Luthor.
You can't be Rocket Raccoon and Lex Luthor.
No, I'm just saying if he wasn't Rocket Raccoon, he would have been a better Lex Luthor than the Eisenberg bullshit we got.
I always wanted to see Bryan Cranston as Lex Luthor.
Everybody wanted to see that. I don't know why they didn't do it. Like, listen to
that's the obvious choice, though.
And he himself said he wanted to do it.
It's like
it's just like,
why complicate things?
I remember that he was saying that for the longest time, and then it's like they hired that was it Jesse Eisenberg?
Yep.
I was like, yeah, why would you go with this guy when Bryan Cranston's like, here, pick me. He'll probably even do it for less money. Like
he does things for TV money, and doing a big movie like that, oh man, yeah, they messed up. They know they messed up. They must have known, man.
Have you guys seen the Detective Pikachu trailer yet?
You know, I seen it and I was surprised. Yeah, I seen it.
Let's take a gander at that.
Let's do it.
Know how to use this.
Oh, jeez. Here we go. I know you can't understand me, but put down the stapler or I will electrocute you.
Did you just talk?
Whoa. Did you just understand me? Oh my god, you can understand me! Stop! I've been so lonely.
They try to talk to me all the time. All they hear is Pika Pika.
You can hear him, right?
Pika Pika! Yeah, Pika Pika Pika. He's adorable.
You're adorable. They can't understand me, kid.
Can no one else hear him? I don't need a Pokemon, period.
Then what about a world-class detective? Because if you want to find your pops, I'm your best bet. We're gonna do this, you and me. There's magic that brought us together, and that magic is called hope.
Pokemon is scary as hell in real life. I don't think I would want to walk down the street and see that.
It actually looks good to me. Like, I'm not even into Pokemon like that.
You know what would be interesting in the film? If he could hear all the Pokemon, because I always wondered what Jigglypuff was singing when she sang her Jigglypuff song. Like, what if she was singing My Neck, My Back?
We'll find out in the movie.
She just sang some raunchy shit. You're like, okay, Jigglypuff.
This is a smart introduction. This is a smart introduction for people like me who don't really watch Pokemon or didn't get into it like that. Because it's not like the tournaments and all that type of stuff. It's more of an offshoot story, but it's in the world where everybody's accepted them and everything's already happening. So they could always do a tournament type of movie later with it's Ash, right? That's the main character.
Yeah. From
the shows, they could introduce him in this movie somehow, or do something later on where it's actual tournaments. So this is it's a good idea for introduction. It looks like a good kids movie too.
Yeah, like when I was watching it, I'm like you. I never really watched Pokemon growing up or anything like that, but like you said, it was kind of like the generation just after ours.
Yeah.
So, but that generation is also like in their late 20s, 30s. Mm-hmm. So they'd be like, okay, like I could enjoy something Pokemon, but more for an adult as well. And it's still like with the whole thing and with being like a almost looks like a buddy cop kind of comedy.
It's like a remake of Who Shot Roger Rabbit to me. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
I'm getting Shrek vibes. I'm getting the vibe where it's going to be a kid's film, but adults could enjoy it as well. They're going to have adult jokes in there.
Yeah. And then the thing is, too, with like Ryan Reynolds is almost like a guy. He's almost like Will Smith, where it's like it's Will Smith as a cop or Will Smith as a boxer, Will Smith as this. Like he plays the same character in every movie, and it is works. And then
sometimes
this is just
Will Smith as Deadshot.
Till I'm sick of
listen,
Will Smith. Then I'm like, I don't want to watch any Will Smith movies. But when it's working though, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but it's just like, and this is a movie where I think it'll like Ryan Reynolds' comedic charm will actually help the role.
Yeah,
and people like him, right? And as long as people like you, they'll go to see the movie.
Now the movie was supposed to be originally with Danny DeVito as a Detective Pikachu. Now, how do you guys feel about that?
I like Ryan Reynolds is a better pull for the market for people to go see a movie, especially off the tail end of Deadpool. I think he'll bring people and put them in the seats to want to see it because it's like, oh, a new Ryan Reynolds movie? Oh, the guy from Deadpool? Yeah, I'll check that out. You get what I mean? So
it's going to pull a more younger generation with that than it would with Danny DeVito.
Because it is a business and it is an investment, so.
I think with Danny DeVito, it would have been interesting and it would have been cool to see it because when you look at Pikachu, you don't think to hear a voice like
grimy
Danny
voice
DeVito,
like
all right? But
Yeah,
then I think that's the maybe like the sound that they were gonna go for. But in terms of the audience that they're trying to attract, the demographic they're trying to attract, and Ryan Reynolds is the better option for that.
He could be Jigglypuff. You never know. He's just singing crappy.
Jigglypuff.
Yeah, just singing crap. Like, what? That's how he sounds? But no, it looks interesting. I'm not going to lie. Like, it actually looks like a good film, like good movie. A fun movie that's safe to take your kids to or to enjoy as a 20-something-year-old or in your mid-30s. You know what I mean? So
it reminds me of that puppet movie that came out recently, Happy Death Time Murders.
Oh, that one, yeah. That's more dark.
Sex and stuff. Yeah, that's darker. I'm just saying, like, I got that same type of vibe from this film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's a scene where the puppet's like having sex in his office, in his detective office, and he busts a nut all over the place. It's just like
part is great.
The Muppet is busting. Yeah.
I got to see that. I forgot about that movie.
Yeah, I don't think
coming out soon on DVD.
I don't think Pikachu's busting any nuts in this movie.
That we know of. It's
just shocking people.
Giving them the shocker. All right, speaking of, well, never mind. That's not a good segue, but Treyway 6ix9ine leaves Treyway Entertainment and affiliations. So he just fired his whole team.
Yeah, Tekashi 6ix9ine fires everybody, man. He fired everybody in his whole team.
I don't blame him.
Fuck y'all. Y'all stealing from me.
And after reading about the whole kidnap situation, it was an inside job. Somebody from his team informed the kidnappers of his location. Yep. Somebody from his team also informed the shooters when he was filming the video. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, in LA.
And, where they got shot at. So
with Nicki Minaj. Yeah.
So some people might be saying, "Hey, he's being paranoid." I'm like, he's being smart. Fired all their asses.
Yeah, it's unfortunate though, because now he has no real street protection, so he can't be like talking wild like he was before. But we'll see.
So he's gonna be Church Boy 6ix9ine now. Way wild.
Yeah. We'll see.
I saw he was on a Breakfast Club where he's like sitting there with glasses on and everything like that. Not wilding out anymore.
Yeah, his whole image is changing slowly before our eyes. Soon he's gonna cut the hair. He's not gonna rep blood no more.
I'm Daniel Hernandez now. All right.
Yeah.
Cut all that 6ix9ine bullshit.
What's crazy is like they threatened his mom. They gave the mom's address to people saying like, "Yo, if he doesn't do the show, go to the mom's house and threaten the mom or take pictures of the house and send it to him and shit like that."
Yeah, man. When you associate with that type of people, man, you bring that kind of energy. It was just a matter of time. I feel like, after the whole situation with XXXTentacion, that would change my life. I've been like, I'm doing pop music. I would have been doing some Pitbull shit. I would have been with Pitbull singing the poppiest pop music. I would have got the tattoos off my face.
You'd have been one time. You'd have been like, "Yo, Mr. Worldwide."
Yep, I'm about to hang out with Mr. Worldwide. I'm about to call Timberland. I'm about to call Flow Rider. We're doing drunk white girl music from now on. I ain't got time for this. I got no time to be getting shot at. I would change my image quickly. I'll be like, I'm back to being Daniel.
Yeah, I'm sure the security that he's spending money on is like not cheap at all. I've heard that 50 Cent and Mayweather, that's their security that was taking him around LA and shit like that. All those cops and all that were hired by Mayweather and 50 Cent, so they're investing in him too.
I know you look at the situation, you feel sorry for him because like these are people that he was been hanging around with for years.
I don't feel sorry for him. He made his bed, now he got to lay in it.
Right, and you just look at it for a second. You're like, man, all these people that was around you, and then all of a sudden they just turn their back on you, and you feel like how alone you probably feel. You can't trust anybody. You're paranoid. You don't. And to find out the people closest to you are the people like setting you up and getting your mom involved and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's like you're running around with AK-47, screaming around, acting the way you act. It's like, oh, what do you expect to happen, man? But
he would have probably never gotten the game if he wasn't acting the way he was acting, though. The music is there, though. I'm I'm not gonna lie. The songs are good. They're catchy and shit.
Are they?
Hell yeah, they are.
His music's trash to me.
I never liked.
I like his personality, but the music ain't for me, man.
The music's kind of lit. I can't front.
The music's not for me. The whole time, just yelling the whole time.
This one.
Just yelling.
Well, not.
That shit's fucking stupid.
Even the song that he has with Nicki Minaj, and I saw him. He performed it live, and he's still yelling. I'm like, yo, in the video, in the single, you don't yell. You're yelling again.
Like, this is Fifi and the Tiki and the DP and the Leapy. I was like, what kind of dumb Dr. Seuss shit is this, man? I was like, I want the Grinch to jump on the track with this.
Look, it's not for guys to just sit in front of their computers all day, all right? You gotta get out there in these streets, then you'll enjoy the music, all right?
Okay,
you gotta be in the club.
I gotta sell crack to enjoy.
You gotta have the heroin in your nails, you know what I mean?
Okay.
No, but,
as some suburban white kids, like, yeah, guys, you guys can't fuck with Treyway.
But no, it's hilarious, man. It's crazy. He was saying he was mad because he was getting paid $60,000, and he's like, I'm $100,000 artist. Like, why am I only getting? And they're like, yo, we already sent you the other 80. We're giving you more than $100,000. It's like, wait a minute, I got 60. You guys said you already sent 80. Where'd the other 80 go? And they're like, oh. And he's like, what the fuck? Imagine getting robbed for that much money. They were robbing him for more than he was even making. Like it. That's crazy.
So to me, it sounds like he's not trying to end up like MC Hammer.
Yeah, he was getting extorted, man.
It's probably his own security that like kidnapped him. They probably like, all right, you put the mask on, change your voice. He probably like, Steve, is that you? No, it's not. No, it's not me.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. It's crazy, but like a lot of these artists get extorted. Even the dude from Texas, that white boy with the bleached hair and the icy grills. You know what I'm talking about? He was saying he's getting extorted. Nah, not Pete Davidson.
Little Peep, little Pump.
No. He was before all these guys, but yeah, he was saying he was getting extorted.
Zan?
He came out with a whole thing saying, "Yo, they're trying to say I got a video." Riff Raff, you remember Riff Raff?
Oh yeah, he's getting extorted because he was having sex with transgender women.
That's what it was. That's the video that they have on him.
Yeah, that's all. Just live your truth, man. Nobody cares.
It's like they're gonna put something out on me. I don't give a fuck. I'm not giving them no money.
Apparently, they put something in them.
Yeah, clearly, shit.
Enjoyed it. Live your truth, Riff Raff. It's not that serious, man. It's 2018.
Yeah, exactly. Man. But he was saying, like, do what you got to do. I'm not giving you guys shit. I'm not giving y'all no money. That's what he basically said in his statement.
All he got to do is just come out and be like, look, I enjoy transgender women.
When's it going to change in the record in the entertainment business, man? It seems like everybody gets extorted at first. Even it felt like Jay-Z was being extorted a little bit by Dame Dash in the end.
You just gotta live your truth, man. You want to have shit to worry about. You're like, yeah, I did that and I did this, and
yeah, you gotta live your truth for sure.
The thing is, like, when you're young and you're coming in, right? You just kind of like, all right, I'll take that because it leads to another opportunity. But then later on, you're just like, oh, okay, they were like kind of playing me the whole time.
Yeah,
but you kind of allowed that in the beginning just to get in
through the doors. Yeah,
that's like somebody saying, hey, we got pictures of Akil with plus size models. Duh. And
no, but what I'm saying is, like, you think your manager's taking 10% of 100,000, and it's like he's taking like 60%, and then they're giving you 40, and that 40 is being divided for the show, to pay the DJ, to pay the lighting, to pay, you know what I mean, for your clothes. So you're only getting like $22,000 in the end. You got to help your friends who want to come on the bus too. You know, that's being divided, so the artist only ends up with like $7,000. That's how they're being like taken advantage of, for sure. And
let's be realistic. I mean, like, we're grown-ass men talking about this, so it sounds reasonable to us. It's like, why wouldn't you look into this? But these guys are like
17,
16-year-old kids, getting it. All of a sudden, they're getting millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah,
and they're just like, all right, cool. Like, they're happy with what they have. This is way more than they thought. So then, but when they look at it as they get older and they examine everything, it's like, oh, I was getting played the whole time.
Yeah, like
I think another big part of it, I think a lot of the management team likes to keep them drugged up and be like, yeah, party, take these drugs, blah, blah, blah. So they're incoherent, so they could rob their ass.
And they give them cars, which is just a loan that they're still paying for. It's coming out of their money.
I feel like 6ix9ine like just sobered up last week, and he looked, he's like, the fuck, where all this money go? It's like, I've been high for the past couple of months, like, I can't be doing that.
Yeah. That's definitely a element to what's going on.
I mean, he's out on Instagram, like just tossing away money, burning it, and doing whatever.
Giving it to people too, homeless people and shit.
Giving it to people.
Damn, Casey, just riding hard for 6ix9ine, aren't you?
Hell yeah!
He's not just burning it, giving it away.
Yeah, give it to homeless people,
blinky
bro.
Why? You gotta respect it.
Gosh, bro.
Yeah, did 6ix9ine help you out? Is that why you defended him so tough?
Yeah. Casey's a homeless dude.
What did he do for you? What did he do for you, Casey?
He thought I was homeless. Gave me a rack of money.
Who's funding this podcast right now?
Hey, hold on. Hey, take a break there. Hold on.
Yeah, I didn't put this on the docket. I gotta do a little transition. Did y'all see that Jill Scott video?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah.
Microphone. Y'all been sleeping on these big juicy girls. I've been telling y'all. I've been telling y'all about these big juicy girls.
Yeah, she was air guitaring it though. She can't do that for real. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got doubt.
She from Philly. She from Philly though. I don't know.
She'll take the whole 12-inch of a Philly cheesesteak. You're saying?
Yeah, boy. She handled it like a cheesesteak, my guy. I was watching. I was like, maybe I need to go to a Jill Scott concert, man.
First row.
be there in the front. I'm gonna go there dressed like a microphone. Now I've been seeing all these girls. They're like, they mad. They're like, oh, Jill Scott sucks a fake dick. Y'all go crazy. I've been sucking dick since high school, and I'm a hoe. I was like, she's like, I've been sucking real dick for 10 years.
Probably lazy with it. They probably lean their elbow on your leg while they're doing it, and like look at you like, can I stop now? You know what I mean?
Jill Scott.
Probably why ain't no guys excited for them.
And then at the end, she did like a splash on her face. She did like
Jill Scott.
I said, let me find out. That's why I was watching her so hard on Black Lightning. They should have killed her on that show. They should.
Opportunity right there.
Jill Scott bringing out her inner R. Kelly in her concerts, getting
now,
all freaky
somebody
on
was
stage.
like, she does that at her concerts, but a couple of my friends that went there like, no, not when we were there. So I don't know if this is a new thing, but
I'm for it.
I will go.
Man, ticket sales are slipping. You gotta do something. You gotta spice it up.
Hey, she spiced it the hell up.
She's
Cajun
shit.
You're not getting that Black Lightning money no more.
Right.
But man, I was done after that. Now, when I first watched it, I was like, it's all right, because I told my friend that I'd seen better. But he's like, you be watching them freaky porns. And with that being said, damn right I do. But I think she did pretty good. She wasn't lazy with it. I saw Black China's sex tape. That got to be the most laziest, drugged out.
That was
like somebody. It was like necrophilia. I swear, homeboy was having sex with a corpse.
I was like, if it's one thing she should be good at, it's doing that, and she sucked at it. I was like, damn, man.
How are you infamous for being, a
hoe? Yes, a hoe.
I'm trying to look for a
You're supposed to be a pro hoe, and you suck at it.
You're supposed to. You're at the slut walks, and you're pro being promiscuous, but you lazy. No, that's like being a lazy gigolo. That's like being a gigolo with erectile dysfunction. Like, hey, I'm here, but we're gonna have a deep conversation. You ain't getting no. You think I'm dropping dick off, but I'm about to drop knowledge.
I had to turn that off like 6-7 seconds in, man. I was like, this is dark, man. It looks like she's high or something. I can't watch this shit. Can't beat off to this.
It really did get limp as hell watching.
Yeah, I was like, this is depressing.
I was like, no wonder Rob Kardashian putting all that weight. He's like, shit, I'd rather eat. he's like, I ain't having sex with that boring shit again. I'm about to eat, son. Golden Corral got a sale. About to get me 5 plates.
Yep. Holy. Man, let's get into the next news.
So
PlayStation is skipping E3 in 2019. Woo, what a bold move. Never seen before by PlayStation, man.
They keep showing the same shit every year.
They think they're bigger than E3? Is that what's going on?
No, they got shit to show. They're like, hey, you want to see Days Gone again?
Get pushed back.
I'd rather them do that than waste time.
They done bust the whole load off, huh? They got nothing else for the PS4?
Yeah, let Microsoft shine. They bought all these companies.
Microsoft better pull it through this time.
Yeah, they need to come super hard. Man.
Yeah, this time they need to really show us something, man.
Literally and figuratively. They need to show like, my God, I need an Xbox.
Yeah, and by then they could drop the Xboxes down to $100.
Yeah, like, it's a good move for like Microsoft. Like if they mess this up, I'm done with them. I'm done with them. This is a perfect opportunity for them.
With E3, I think that was like like all those like conventions and stuff like that and expos. It was a big deal like in the 90s and 2000s, but like now it's like for especially a company like Sony, it's easy for them to just make a platform to do their own advertising.
Yeah, they have a
stuff,
PSX.
Right?
Yeah, they have one they do on their own now.
So they're just like, we don't really need to do that. And especially if they're doing one on their own, it's like we're going to do the marquee stuff for our event, not for your event.
Yeah, and they have it has PAX East, PAX West, PAX South. It has Comic Con. It has Comic Con New York. It has so many different things where they display and show different games. But this is kind of like a slap in the face for the AAA developers who are depending on PlayStation to show off their new games. So like the Ubisofts and those games. So I don't know, man.
They could show off those games with the Xbox One X with the hardware.
Yeah, but before it was like PlayStation is where they wanted to show their stuff off, and now Xbox is gonna probably, hopefully, if they're smart, take over the 2 days, buy both of those timeshares, and make it look like it's an exclusive, or try to build relationships to get these games to be 1 year at least exclusive.
All right, Xbox, the ball is in your court, man.
The ball is definitely in their court now.
Sony's like they're like, yo, do the layup, and then Xbox will be like, nah, bro, I'm going back. I'm gonna try to shoot 3. Break that shit. Please don't do nothing dumb.
Yeah, they're taking that half court shot probably.
Like, nah, bro, I'm about to take it back.
Because right now, when it comes to exclusives, PlayStation I think has a better options.
Oh god, yeah.
So then, like even
everybody's trying to play Forza.
Yeah, like even my brother who has a Xbox One, I had to let him borrow my PS4 so he can play Spider-Man.
Damn, son.
Exactly. What's going on in these streets?
The guy came over and he's like, "Yo, put on Spider-Man," and he was playing it. I was like, "Yo, just borrow it, man. Borrow my system for a while."
Yeah, man.
I got Xbox One X, man. I be treating that shit like a redhead stepchild. I be talking shit to it. Bitch, all you do is play 4K Blu-rays and Netflix. We ain't gonna get some exclusives.
What's going on with Kinect? Did they get rid of that?
Yeah, they got rid of that.
Oh my god. You see that? Like all the things they were banking on from the day one, I don't even think they're doing anymore. So it just makes the system look so half-assed.
They don't even have VR yet.
Oh man.
I mean, the PlayStation VR is kind of trash, dude. It's a bunch of like mini games.
But it's there.
It is, but it isn't. It's like at least it got the foot in the door for people who want to try VR, who can't afford a like $700 VR system and then a $1,200-$1,300 computer. It gets you through the door. You know what I mean? At least. It's
what
a good
I like about it. Let me
that.
interject real quick. I like that you could get a AAA title like, for example, Resident Evil 7. Great game. You could play it regular, but they incorporated VR in the whole base game.
Yeah, that's genius.
So you can have the full experience of that game in VR, or you can play with a controller. So I think more games should do that with VR, like Doom. I think Doom should do that.
I believe Doom has one.
Doom has one, but it's a separate game, and the movement for the game, it's not on rails, but you can only take like a certain amount of steps at a time, I believe.
Oh, and you teleport over from spot to spot.
I don't like that, so you don't get motion sickness.
Yeah, the PSVR is a good like gateway to get you into the game and try it out. It's fun. It's fun for like a one-time try out the things, but I can't see myself like owning one and hold it for like $300-$400 and playing these games for 40 hours. You know what I mean? Like
I remember when it came out, I was at EB Games and the guy was like, "Yeah, no, we have a lot of them still in stock. Like they just didn't have the splash that they were expecting to have."
Yeah.
So and I mean, obviously at the time, a lot of software developers weren't really taking advantage of the hardware yet. But even now, it's like I don't see anybody like raving about the PSVR or anything like that.
I don't see anybody raving about any VR, really. It feels like it's going the way of like the 3D TVs.
It does. Moving on, let's geek out for a second. Mm-hmm. The Gaming Awards are coming December 2nd. They listed a couple of nominees. Me personally, my game of the year now is Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm playing the shit out of that game. It's
Mine's like God of War. God of War, man.
I'm going to go with Spider-Man.
It's a good choice. These are all three great choices.
Three great games.
And if any wins, I'm not going to be mad because all these deserve it. But God of War is just so tight. Like everything, the story, the side missions, everything. The side missions felt just as, if not more important than the actual real missions. Boating from point A to B, those stories that they're telling, sometimes I'll just wait in the boat till the story ends and then hop out the boat because it's so interesting with the guy with the head. Those stories are great. The Sun story is amazing. The reveals are amazing. The twists are great. I don't know. I had a great time with it. The mechanics are amazing. Everything was smooth. There were no points in it where I felt like, oh, I had to like, it was like joggy where I'm like, come on, just get on the horse. And it's not getting on the horse or the horse is driving into a damn piece of wood. You know what I mean? Or like the side missions in Spider-Man where you do the Osborn things. And it's like, this is cool at first. But then after a while, it's like, come on, how many of these damn Osborn things does it have? And why doesn't Spider-Man just live in one of these things? It's bigger than an apartment in New York.
Yo, I thought about that. I was like, yo, he didn't have a place to stay.
Well, stay in one of those.
Red Dead for me.
You guys want to add?
Yeah. For Red Dead for me is like an onion. Like I just keep peeling and just running into random events. I was in a swamp and I saw a body hanging, so I just stopped to look at it in first person. I turn around, a group of cannibals are chasing me. This is not even in the story. This is a random event. I'm like, holy shit! It's like the amount of detail and the fact that the world feels lived in.
Yeah,
is what I like about the
Red
game.
Dead's phenomenal, man. It's a phenomenal.
I'm having so much fun with that. I just found the trapper, and if you kill legendary animals and you bring it to the trapper, you could get custom outfits made. So I got like a bear suit, all this fly shit, man. I killed a crocodile. So I've been learning how to kill different animals. Like before you kill them, you could study them.
Yeah,
you could find out the technique to kill them, so you can get the perfect pelt.
I ran into the Ku Klux Klan, man.
Oh shit!
First experience with the Ku Klux. I was like, man, fuck these motherfuckers, man. I'm robbing their horse. While they were talking, I tried to rob out a horse, and then they're like, "We got a horse thief, boys!" And they all tried to chase after me. I was like, "Yo, fuck y'all!" I started stabbing them, shooting. Like, you ain't getting out of here alive, boy. Guys. Like, God damn it, there's so many of them. I was like, fuck. I tried to like hide behind my horse. My horse was getting shot up. I'm like, fuck. Started shooting, killing. I got out of there. I was riding away with the horse. The horse wasn't even dead. He was like still alive somehow, and I got shot in my back, dead. I was like, fuck.
I ran into a racist dude, and there's a town in the game that's like New Orleans.
Yeah.
He was handing out pamphlets, and he's like, we want our race to be pure. We don't want you interbreeding with monkeys and all this stuff. And he's like, come here, brother. You want to join the cause? And then you could say accept or ignore. I was like, you goddamn redneck. Yanked his ass up and hit him with a 2-piece. Kicked him. Took out the shotgun and took the head off clean. And then the thing is, I did all that ratchetness like right by a cop, and it didn't even like affect my morality. So I think you're allowed to kill racist people in that game, and it doesn't affect your morality.
I was blowing the shit out of these guys. Heads flying everywhere, and nothing was. It wasn't saying like wanted or anything like that. It was just
they're just like kill away.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my game of the year. My game of the year was God of War, like you, but it changed.
Yeah, no, these are phenomenal games. What about Spider-Man? What about Spider-Man did you like a lot?
Swinging.
Yeah, even just like swinging through the city is really cool, and then interacting with like the citizens, like you could like say hello and pose and stuff, like little things like that. Yeah, little things like that is it makes the game like feel whole and makes New York City feel alive.
Yeah,
and I like there's two. What I liked about the boss fights in this one is like, I mean, not to kind of ruin it for anybody who didn't play it yet, but how they combine the bosses together. Like you're fighting Vulture and Electro at the same time.
Oh,
yeah.
You know, and then even when part of the game where you think it's almost over, like you beat the main bad guy, and all of a sudden it's like, nope, Sinister Six is out. You got to go take them. You know, got to go fight them. And it's just like they kind of use they use elements from the Spider-Man world, but they didn't really like stick to one particular storyline. They just created their own world. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I like the fact that the DLC is like consistently just dropping right now. I can't even keep up with it. Like every month they're dropping the DLC. Have you tried that yet?
I haven't downloaded any of the DLC. I'm waiting till like later on for when it drops in price. Then I'll pick it up because I know it's like a lot of people's like, yo, $30 for like one level. Nah, I'm gonna pass on that.
Is it that?
I think it's around like after taxes.
35.
Like that. Yeah,
it's 24 for all three.
Oh, okay.
See, I got it with the pack when the pre-order pack. I just bought it, so it was like $10 less or $7 less.
Yeah, it's $5 less. So
yeah, I was like, you got me. Let me just grab the whole thing one time.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up eventually. I don't want to have to wait, like month after month after month to play it again. I'll play like all straight through again. I still haven't downloaded like the Arkham Knight bonus missions yet.
Oh wow!
So I gotta get on that.
Piss me off. Don't get me started with that game.
I mean, I like that game. And
That's a great segue. This is a great segue.
I was thinking to myself, I'm like, if I play both Arkham Knight and Spider-Man at the same time, which one I would enjoy more? And I don't know, because I feel like like a part of me feels Spider-Man. There's elements in the Batman game I do really enjoy. The thing is that annoys me about Batman is all these stupid ass missions. Like you're talking about, like the Osborn missions, side missions. Yeah. With Batman, it's like, I'm not gonna solve. I don't care to solve like 150 Riddler challenges.
It was great in Arkham City though, the Riddler challenges, because it was like parallel with the story of the game. So while you're playing the story, you kind of like, oh, is that a check mark, a question mark over there? And you just kind of go and you figure out that little side thing, and then you continue. So it's easy to get them all.
Right.
But with the Arkham, the Arkham Knight, it was like the most random of places, or you got to go to a separate place to do this stupid race with the cars.
Yeah.
There's too much car shit in that game. That was the problem with that one. It killed the momentum.
I didn't mind the car stuff. The tank missions are kind of annoying.
That's the tank missions for sure.
But I like the fact that you could swing and then you could go right into your car and eject from the car at any point in the game. Like that part was cool. Like
you guys
actually made you feel.
You guys ruined my segue. I was gonna segue into Titans, but we just kept going.
Well, now that you brought it up, you might as well just say it.
Nobody cares about that. That shit's a spoiler. I don't even want to talk about that.
Oh, okay, no worries.
It's gonna spoil the movie plot. I want to go in that shit blind.
Cool.
That's the problem with this generation. Y'all like to go on IGN, read plots and stuff, and then you go and you watch the film like, well, I read that 5 years ago, and I already knew the plot, and it didn't play out like the plot from 5 years ago. They tweaked it a little bit. That's the problem with this damn generation. Man.
Yeah, they like to know too much, and then they go to the movie and like, I knew everything already.
We didn't know shit in the 90s. I went into Blade blind. I was like, who this nigga?
And there's too much hype on movies now. Like the marketing before the movie comes out, it kills it. Like Aquaman, they're showing too much.
Yeah.
Like shit, man. I feel like I already seen the movie.
Even you need to treat every movie like Overlord. Like show that one commercial and that's it. Like we got other clips? Nope. Mm-hmm. You got synopsis of the film? Nope. Zombies? Show up and see it. Make
even in the Venom movie. Even in Venom, I was like, after seeing the movie, it's like all the parts that I saw with Venom in the trailer are like parts that you see in a movie.
Yeah.
Like there's no one part from the trailer that's not really in the movie already.
Yeah, I'm afraid they did that with Aquaman now too. I feel like they did.
Yeah, this generation is just too fast, man. Why you need to know everything?
Yeah. I feel DC, all the promotion marketing is like that. It's like they all just do everything is out from before, and then like almost the hype and the excitement of the movie is bigger than the movie itself.
Yeah,
like Suicide Squad.
Prime example. That trailer was great. Movie not so much.
DC makes great trailers though. Like for if you're not paying to see the movie, if you know you're not gonna go see the movie, you could just watch the trailers and be like, "Oh, this Superman is great!" You know, just off the trailer. Superman trailer looked amazing. Remember?
Yeah.
And
Suicide Squad trailer was amazing, and you had the Queen soundtrack in the background. You're like, okay, I'm ready to see what this Cholo Joker does. Not a damn thing. 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine would have been a better Joker than what we got with Jared Leto. Treyway. Like he would have called Harley. She'd be like, "Are you there, Mr. J? Treyway?" She's like, "Oh shit, he's coming with the sticky." All right, now I can do my segue. Since we've been talking about DC, let's talk about Titans. We're going to talk about episodes 1 through 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk mostly about episode 6, but we're going to just talk about it as a whole.
Please, can you help me? Madness, madness.
Where's Batman?
Fuck Batman.
There's something evil inside of me.
You're scared. I get it. But you can control it. You don't know what I've become.
Sometimes, when I feel the darkness, it feels good. My mom says there's no such thing as monsters.
I used to think that. I was wrong.
So, who wants to go first? Rory?
Guys, I'm not a big fan of Titans. The fight scenes are cool, but I think it's trying too hard to be like edgy. It's trying too hard to be like how Robin, after he beats up those guys in the alleyway, he's like, "Fuck Batman." It's like, you're just trying to be like tough, and they're trying to be like, I don't know, they're just trying to be too serious, and they're trying to show that they're different from the rest of the comic book movies or something like that.
Now, Rory, how far are you on Titans right now?
I got up to episode 5.
Okay, so yeah, I felt like earlier episodes, like 1 through 3, they were still trying to figure out their tone, and I felt like they were using profanity just to show that they're edgy.
Yeah.
But I feel like since by episode 4, I feel like they're starting to get their tone and their footing by episode 4. It seems like they have a consistent tone now. But the first 3 episodes, it just seemed like, let's see if we could push the bar. Let's drop an F-bomb for no reason. Let somebody be like,
hardcore
fuck!
violence.
Yeah, for no reason.
And it's kind of doing like a little kind of Tarantino thing where it's like all the separate plots, but they kind of tie into each other, but you don't really know how. And it's like, I see what they're trying to do, but me, it's like, I just don't care. I just don't care enough about everybody to really be invested in whatever they're trying to figure out. Like the whole thing with Starfire, like waking up, not knowing who she is and trying to figure out who people are and, who is she compared to everybody else. And it's like, I don't give a shit. It's just, just move on.
Her wig was offending me, man. I could see the little elastic part in her hair by her forehead. I was like, oh my God. Who, like, at least if you're going to do this to a black girl, like put a wig on her, like at least get a black person to do her hair, because clearly they didn't. They just slapped the damn wig on.
They grabbed a wig from the set of Chucky.
They didn't even cut that elasticy part off properly. I could see it. It was right there. I was like, oh my God, it's horrible. But yeah, her character, it got a little bit more better after a while, but it was still lacking.
I think it's kind of cool.
I think the most lackluster character for me is Raven, and it's kind of on the actress. She's so young. She's still trying to, get it together, but she's overacting a lot.
Yeah, it was cool to see that she had the hoodie on. That's like the Raven hood, like the style of the Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, her character's okay, but it's like she's so young. I remember in like when I was little reading these comics, she seemed like same age as all of them, more adapted as a character. You know what I mean? And her powers were a bit different too, if I remember right.
Yeah, the ages thing's kind of. I'm not really sure what they're trying to do. Like, I guess they're trying to do something different. But it's like they're all like different ages. Like, so I mean, obviously it's like Teen Titans, right? But then now it's Rachel's like 13 years old, and then
they're just Titans now. Ain't no teens.
Yeah, they're all
different 27.
Ages.
Robin's like 27.
And then I don't know how old Starfire's supposed to be, but I think
she's around 25, 27, around there too.
So, but I thought it was interesting. It's like usually DC has all of their their settings in like one of their cities, like Gotham or Metropolis or Bloodhaven or one of those
Detroit
Star City. Now it's like fucking Detroit. They're moving in on RoboCop territory.
Yeah. Yep, they're like, Detroit's so fucked up. We gotta send Robin there.
The film budget's low
next season.
Batman's outsourcing his personnel out to Detroit.
What'd you think of the villains, the Nuclear family? If that's their name, right?
Yeah, I don't. They're just there. They're just kind of like plot devices for me.
Yeah, they felt like they could have been in Black Lightning to me, like those bad guys.
Like, damn, Casey, what's that supposed to be?
Well, like they just seem so generic. Like they seem the same as the Black Lightning bad guys. Like they have some secret serum that they put in their body and they have powers now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. The bad guys could have been better.
Yeah, I wish that they kind of used more well-known, like maybe like the what's that family with the different cards? The that rob people from Batman from Batman Beyond.
Oh, the Royal Flush Gang?
Yeah, maybe the Royal Flush Gang would have been good. Robbing and scheming across America. But I guess this family, they have some type of allegiance with Lord Trigon, and I guess that's how they're tying that story with Raven. And Robin's just a detective from Detroit who likes to wear a costume from time to time. Now let's talk about the latest episode, which I enjoyed. Jason Todd. Jason Todd was the highlight of the episode. I want more Jason Todd because
he's a psychopath asshole. Man.
He's an asshole. He enjoys being Robin to the fullest. There's a scene where he has his mask on and he's beating up the cops, and Robin's like, "Yo, why are you doing all that?" He's like, "Fuck it, I got a mask. I do what I want." He's like, "They don't know who I am. I have this mask on. Fuck them." He goes to the extent that he beats a cop and he like does like a pile drive. No, he breaks his back.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Fuck!" And he says, "Fuck this cop."
I was like, "What the fuck?"
He's like, first of all, when they do their job, they suck, and when the ones that he's like, no, he said that a lot of them are corrupt, and then the ones that do their job suck. So fuck them. I'm like, damn, Jason. But deep down, he kind of reminded me of like 19-year-old me who was a complete jackass.
When they started this episode and they were pulling the dude into the car, and Jason Todd was just like, "Yo, Dick, can't believe you were Robin." I'm like, "Yo, the dude could be awake right now, and now he knows who y'all are." You know what I mean?
But that's how Jason Todd is. He's
like, this idiot's just letting his name go fly. Pure Bruce would have been happy to see us fight. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck, man? This guy's just baiting out the scene. Like, clearly.
Did you like how Bruce was like flexing his muscle without even being there? He's like, "Yo, I'm gonna send you there with the latest tech. Let Dick know that the stuff he has ain't shit, man. You got new." I thought it was
dope the way it showed Robin, the original Robin, back in the cave before, and it showed the Batmobile. That looked pretty dope.
He didn't get to drive it though.
Yeah, I know.
Jason's like, "Yo, I get to drive this shit."
That was hilarious. Like, we're talking bad on the show, but I do enjoy this, actually, to be honest. I'm enjoying how it's going. It's not the best of TV shows, obviously, but I'm enjoying it. It's not shit, you know what I mean? But
now, what I liked about this episode, they showed you how Robin is just like, he has personality traits like Bruce.
Yeah.
They showed that he accidentally created the villain due to his actions in the past.
And I like that villain that they ended up putting in with the poison. That was dope.
Because he's like, since what you did led to the mob going after me now and attacking my family, and they tortured me and put acid on my face.
And his mom and his girlfriend.
He's like, if you didn't intervene, I would have been good. So I'm just like, damn, Batman. Your influence is causing people to fuck up in this world.
Yeah.
But what I'm seeing in this film, in this show, is that Robin's starting to Dick is starting to realize that, hey, it's time for me to move on from this Robin mantle and become something different. In the comic books, it was Superman that gave him the title of Nightwing, because the story of Nightwing is a tale from Krypton. So it's going to be interesting on how he comes up with the Nightwing name in this series.
Okay, that's dope. I think Batman replaced him quick in this show, man.
A year!
Like, what the fuck? How'd this kid get so good at fighting so fast? Like, that was too fast.
Well, the thing is with Jason Todd, he's kind of like a prodigy when it comes to whooping ass. Like, he's just naturally good. He's just rough around the edges.
He was from the streets.
He's from the streets, yeah. So Batman's job was to kind of like tame him and like add some structure to his life. But Jason's like, nah, fuck that, man. Everybody needs to suffer.
The like the way how they make the differences between like the Robins is that, like, how Dick Grayson was more of the athletic guy, and he could do all the jumps and the backflips because of his circus background.
Yeah.
But then Jason Todd is like the better fighter. He's the one that's a little bit tougher, a little bit grittier, a little bit grimier.
Yeah.
And then Damien's just fucking crazy.
I saw a meme. I saw a meme where it was like showing Batman from Superman versus Batman, and when he was fighting all those guys to get Martha, and they used the same type of fighting style for Robin in this show. That was pretty dope. Like, it shows the double punches and stuff like that, and like they lined it all perfectly, one above the other. Thought that was pretty dope the way the show is actually incorporating shit like that.
Too bad they don't want to incorporate Ben Affleck or anything like that.
Ben Affleck don't want to be part of it. That's why, probably.
Ben Affleck's
in rehab.
He ain't doing no TV show.
I do. You know how much bigger that would have made this whole universe? Like, fans need that shit, man. At least a cameo.
And that's the good thing with Marvel, what they're doing with their streaming services, that they're able to get these movie stars. Maybe that was part of their contract. Like, bitch, you got a TV series on the streaming network.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like these actors shouldn't be snooty. That's why I kind of like when they don't cast super big names for superheroes, because a lot of the unknown people are more humble and they don't mind doing stuff like that. They're like, yeah, I'm just happy to be working. You think Hugh Jackman would have said no to something like that to show up on a Marvel show? You've been like, hell yeah.
Look at all the crappy X-Men movies he did after. So
Exactly.
where he's just like, fuck off. Just one.
Yeah, he's just happy to be there. So yeah, I'm all for casting unknowns to be superheroes.
Yeah, and it makes them stars.
That's why you gotta hire these young rappers that you can take advantage of who says yes to everything.
Tekashi 6ix9ine, man, for Joker.
Extortion.
But prime example, Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
Thor, like, even though he had like other work like Star Trek and stuff, but he wasn't a household name until Thor.
He was in Star Trek? Are you talking about?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he was just in a one quick scene.
He was quick scene. He was Kirk's father. He's like, I love you, son. Explosion.
Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Chris Pine.
Yo, he was Chris Pine's dad.
Oh, okay,
in the first movie.
I gotta give it up to Titan's theme song though. I like it. I'm not gonna front. I had the headset on. I was like, "What the fuck is this? Doom?" I feel like I'm playing Doom right now. This shit rocks.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
Yeah,
I like Titans, man.
I ain't mad at it, man. I ain't mad at it. I like the show.
Starfire looked good too, man.
I feel like it's a good introduction to like the Robin's world and those type of superheroes, the magic world of that superhero things they could do introductions with. They already got the green dude. I can't remember his name right now, but they had his characters coming there.
Beast Boy.
Yeah, they had Beast Boy, and his whole world was shown in there already.
Yeah,
so I like the way. Yeah, I like the way that they have each character and they're showing each other's world. And, they're going to be able to introduce more characters and make more spin-off shows off of it, hopefully.
Now, how do you feel about the Doom Patrol episode? That's another one of my favorite episodes of Titans.
I like that episode, actually, to be honest. Who's the doctor dude?
God, I forgot his name, man.
He ain't forget, though. He's going to be a villain just now. He ain't forget that ass whooping. Saw him there pondering at the end, like, how am I going to fuck this bitch up?
Fuck! He was interesting. Negative Man was cool. Brandon Fraser as Robot Man stole the show.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, he did the voice. That's dope.
And then Elastic Woman, she was interesting.
I felt bad for the robot though, man. Doctor could have updated his suit, man. How many iPhones have we got in the past 8 years?
That Doctor lazy as hell.
Doctor's lazy, man. He gave him an old clunky ass heavy suit. He could have been updating that shit. Shit could have been lighter and sleeker looking. He should have been looking like an iRobot by now.
Vision would look at him and be like, "Damn, son, what the fuck is that?"
Yeah, man. Kind of lazy shit. He looks like a goddamn alarm clock. I was like,
what kind of hood ass android is this?
Yeah.
Yo, man, that's for real. Yo, that Vision's like a luxury car, and fucking Robot Man's like a Buick, like a busted ass 1980 little dusty ass robot, man.
She's an old train. He just looks like an old train from Red Dead Redemption.
Yo, he looked like the robot from The Wiz, man.
Yeah, man. He does look like the robot from The Wiz. That's so long ago. Holy shit.
Oh, shit, man. Why did he do that man like that?
Just take his brain and put in something better, man. Is that hard?
I hope the Avengers don't exist in that world, because I don't want him seeing Vision and just being full with anger. Like, look, what kind of shit is this? But what the ass is this?
That girl?
I'd be mad as hell.
That girl with the powers who keeps herself together has to be the worst superpowers I've ever seen.
Oh, Elastic Woman? Yeah, man.
She is fucking the metaphor for IG girls, man. IG hoes. They look all good, keeping it together, but then in real life, when she was in the bed, that's what she really looks like.
Look like
that's a fucking IG. That's an IG hoe right there, without the makeup and the angles. Oh man, who else was there? The mummy, whatever the hell he was. What powers did he have? What was his powers?
He's like a creature or some shit under there. He's like, you don't want to see what I really look like. He's called Negative Man.
Oh, okay.
Now, I saw that they recasted
dude
him.
making breakfast. He didn't seem negative at all to me. I was like, I don't see what this dude's powers is. Seemed like a positive dude, making food, making breakfast, dancing to fucking AC/DC. Yeah, he's a pretty positive guy.
I'm trying to pull up his information. I saw they recasted him. It was for that episode it was Matt Bomber, but they it's a black actor playing him now, so I guess his voice is gonna be more soulful. Like, damn, bro, you got real. Yeah, man, I've been watching BT lately.
Instead of saying like, you guys want some Belgian waffles, he's gonna be like, y'all want to go Waffle House? Huh?
What's good, yo? We thought you were vegan. Nah, I like chicken now, son.
One thing I would have liked to see in Titans though was if they were to just keep Cyborg out of the movie and put him in Titans instead.
I think
he's joining Doom Patrol, then he's joining Titans.
They should have kept the same actor I said in the other podcast. They should have kept that same guy who's not a big actor or anything and put him in Titans.
Nope, recasted them. Younger
Dumbest
actor.
thing I've ever seen.
DC doesn't know what they're doing. Looks like they're trying to figure it out, but
they're lost in the sauce,
man.
They
are lost, man. They're like, what's that quote from Skyfall? It's like, you're a kite in a fucking tornado. That's what DC is right now. Kite just twirling around in a tornado, don't know where it's going.
Like Gucci said, man, you gotta have that sauce. You can't be lost in that sauce. You know what I'm saying, boss?
Was he lost in the sauce for years, though?
Yeah, he was. That's why he said that. DC's lost in the sauce right now, and they gotta figure that out.
I want them to get the figure out because they have some great characters, man. So.
They do, and they have a lot of characters. They could use every storyline, everything they want. They have no problems or restrictions with like copyright from Sony or fucking Fox. They have no problems, no issues. They could do the complete comic book stories. They're just fucking it all up.
For the great words, as Jason Todd said in episode 6, fuck them. Yo, man, like when this whole episode just seemed natural. It didn't seem like they were forcing the edginess. It just seemed natural for the character. Like the whole Robin fuck Batman thing just felt forced. Like it wasn't necessary. Yeah. All he had to say was, "Batman's not here. I'm here. Take this L." But nah, he had to show off and say, "Me fuck Batman." That made him look weak, actually, to me.
That did it.
It showed that it bothered him.
Yeah.
That's a character flaw. This made him seem like a pathetic person, and you see that he's bothered that he hired Jason Todd in a year, and let him drive the car. Like you can see the hurt. He's like, oh, man, with real vex in the bathroom, cutting the tracking device out of his arm.
But he did like steal the Porsche though at a young age, and then after again. So. I get why Batman didn't let him drive the Batmobile. He jacked the Porsche when he was little, so.
He's like, you don't have car privileges.
Yeah, exactly. You're taking the Bat bike. Take the Bat scooter.
Oh, man.
This the other day, me and Casey had a little text conversation about Titans, and I was talking about Gotham. And then he's like, yeah, man, Titans better than Gotham. I'm like, oh, you watch Gotham? He's like, I only seen the first episode. But how can you say it's better than Gotham if you've only seen the first episode?
I've watched all Gotham. Titans is better than Gotham, man.
I just think when I saw the first episode of Gotham, I was like, why are they using cell phones? They didn't blend it in properly that it's like futuristic world with the past in the 60s. It didn't look proper to me. And I was like, okay, Batman's young, but the Joker is Joker and he's older age. Catwoman's already there as Catwoman. I was like, this is a mess, man. This doesn't work for me. So
I didn't like Fish Mooney. She was annoying when they killed her. I was like, great. And then Penguin was okay. And then he just got infatuated with the Riddler and was trying to fuck the Riddler. I was like, you need to go back to being grimy ass Penguin and just doing scheming. And didn't he used to have 2 women with him all the time? Like I was like, where are these chicks? Like where's his henchmen at? Those 2 girls? They didn't show up yet. I think he now owns the Ice Lounge. Yeah.
And in the 4th season he gets to the Ice Lounge.
Okay, and the Riddler is now like fully embrace being a crazy person with multiple personalities.
Yeah, the way how they do the Riddler is actually pretty cool because in the first episode, he's like a good guy, and then he means well, and he has like a crush on this girl that he works with, and then he slowly over time you see like he has a thing for riddles, but then he also has like this kind of like he has like this voice in his head that's like, you know, nagging him about shit all the time, calling him a loser and that you should do more, and she's never gonna like you for you being you. You need to do something bigger. And over time, you see how it slowly eats away at him. And you know, he's like a minor character to begin with, but then he's like more of like the more prominent characters later on. There are certain characters that I don't like I think Mr. Freeze is stupid the way how they do him. But
the Joker looked cool from what I saw.
The Joker's good. He takes elements. The guy who plays Joker takes elements from Heath Ledger. But then he also does his own little spin on it too.
Yeah, like I never watched it, but from what I've seen in the little hot takes on the internet, I was like, that actually looks pretty good.
Just watch the parts with him, skip all the other shit. It gets real goofy. Solomon Grundy stuff is goofy. They killed him. No, it was a main character in the show. They killed him. Then they brought him back as Solomon Grundy. Then they gave him back his memory so he was normal again. Then they killed him again. Then another guy lost his... It was just dumb shit. They killed Barbara Gordon. They brought her back. I'm just like, leave the bitch dead then. Why you keep bringing back Barbara? What's Barbara adding to society that you need to revive her and keep other people dead?
Is Gordon still the main character?
Yeah. It's all about Gordon. And then over time, like there's certain episodes where you only see Bruce maybe like once or twice. Mm-hmm. You know, like it's mainly about Gordon, and then later on it becomes more about Bruce, and we're not more about Bruce, but like they kind of focus in on what he's doing. But the only thing,
plots pretty much for Bruce.
Yeah, and sometimes like the two of the plots like they intertwine. Mm-hmm. But there are certain things that like don't make sense in a timeline. But then you have to look at it as like, okay, it's not really trying to make a prequel of what happened necessarily. They're just trying to take elements from the DC world and then use it in their own way. So some of the characters, like, it's weird because some of the characters, like the Riddler, he's relatively supposed to be like the same age as Batman, but in this one he's already a grown adult. You know, same thing with Penguin, same thing with a lot of guys that like Mr. Freeze, all those guys. Even though Mr. Freeze, he's technically one of those guys who doesn't age because he's dead already. Mm-hmm. But stuff like that, that's kind of...
I like what they did with Poison Ivy. Like the first, like one season, she was a little girl. And they're like, you know what? We need to recast it and get a little sexy. They put her in a cocoon, and another actress came out. I was like, what kind of shit? And then they did that again. They're like, you know what? We need to sexy it up some more. Put her ass in another cocoon.
Like
I was like, really, Gotham?
the hotter she got is like the more crazy she was. Yep. And the second time to recast her, it's like, oh, this girl's real hot. And it's like, yeah, she's killing guys now. She's straight up murdering people.
She needs one more cocoon, Casey. She gonna come out as an Instagram model that time. You'll be like, oh, shit.
Oh, man, yeah, I don't know. What's your overall thoughts on Titans?
For me, it's a solid 7.
I'm gonna go with a 6.
Ooh.
6 out of 10.
That's not bad.
I respect
you were
that.
saying you didn't enjoy it too much, so that's not too bad of a rating. I'm surprised you gave it that.
I understand that, like, you know, there's elements there that people like about it, and I do see what they're trying to do. Mm-hmm. It's just that for me personally, I'm looking at these characters I just don't feel invested enough in these characters to care about what they're going through, and it's hard for me to keep my attention when I don't care about whatever it is that they're going through. I don't care what happens to Rachel. I don't care what happens to Starfire. I don't care what happens. Like, the only person I seem remotely interested in is Robin, but that's just because it's Robin.
Yeah, that's the only person I care about, too. I really don't care about anybody else. I just want a Nightwing show, really. I don't give a shit about the Titans. I don't, like... If I could get a Jason Todd and then, like, a Nightwing show, I'll just watch those. I don't really need... I don't care for Beast Boy. I don't care for Raven. Starfire's cool, but I don't give a shit about the Titans. I just care about Robin.
Do you guys feel like this was worth the risk of the DC streaming service? Like, because this is what they're banking on people to invest in their streaming service.
Let me give
off the first couple of months
right now. Honestly, because the way the platform's set up, it's only on computers and I think Roku. It's not available on your PlayStation. You can't use it on your Xbox or anything like that. So personally, I would wait until Titans is complete, Young Justice is complete, and maybe Swamp Thing starts. And basically wait until the app is available on more platforms. That way, when you do finally invest in the streaming service, you can watch all the Titans, you can watch all of Young Justice, and then probably by then Doom Patrol and another series will be out, and you'll get more bang for your buck. But currently, the way that the platform's set up, you gotta log on your computer and watch it on your laptop or use your Roku.
That's whack.
That's whack. Like it's 2018. They should have dropped the platform.
Cell phones, everything.
With it to be on your phone, your PlayStation, your Xbox, your Nintendo Switch.
I honestly feel like the streaming service came out too quick and it's a bit half baked. Like for what it's coming with, they should have came out next year and had all 3 seasons of the different shows that they want to come with, like the Young Justice, this, and Swamp. All 3 different options for 3 different generations of like people to get interest from, and then they could have all the other stuff too. But now it's like, this doesn't feel like it's worth it with this show. It's not worth the gamble that they're doing. But honestly, I'm enjoying the show. I give it a 7.5 just off of Robin, because Robin's greasing things that he shouldn't be. You know what I mean? So I gotta give it that 0.5. It's watchable. I do like Robin. Like, he's killing it. So the other characters, they're cool. You know what I mean? I always loved Raven, but this character is kind of lackluster. But I want to see where it goes. It seems like they're building an interesting story. Or I feel like Starfire might be the bad guy later on in the show, but she's not going to realize she's the bad guy this whole time because she lost her memory. She's probably trying to kill that girl. You know what I mean? So we'll see. I want to see where it goes. I am interested to see what happens to the story.
Well, Akil, you mentioned something about the streaming service. You talked about Young Justice. You talked about the cartoon that came out like years ago.
They're bringing back
revamping that.
Oh man, about time.
Yeah, so they should have brought them both out at the same time.
Exactly.
It's a streaming service. It's not like it's a Fox 29 season or Game of Thrones where it's like HBO tune in every Sunday type of thing. You know what I mean?
I always thought that was one of the series that Netflix should have bought the rights for and just revamped.
They dropped the ball.
They dropped
completely.
Yeah.
Like, all right, so let's make this point. I want to get your guys' opinion on this. Now, me and Casey, we talked on the previous podcast that, a show like Daredevil, it would be cool if they dropped that weekly to keep that conversation going. Now, I feel the opposite with Titans. I feel like Titans would have benefited with all the episodes being there, because you could watch episode 1 and be like, I'm done with this show. Because the more I watch Titans, the more I'm enjoying the show. If I was just to watch episode 1 and 2 and then wait a week, I would have dropped off. I would have been like, it didn't really pull my attention until episode 4 with this show. So for me personally, I think this show would have benefited from all the episodes being there.
For me, it depends on how they structure the show. Like, with Titans, not every episode ends with like a major cliffhanger. So when you're watching it, it's like, I could wait till next week. Like in shows like Gotham, for example, every show is almost like a cliffhanger. So it makes you wanting more. So then you're just like, you're like, I can't wait to what happens next. Same to with Daredevil. It's like, I can't wait to what happens next because it's always ending with a cliffhanger. So even with a show like that, you could be like, okay, I could wait till next week to find out what happens because I can't stop talking about it and thinking about it until it comes out next week. But with Titans, it doesn't really always do that. So I don't know if that would work necessarily the same way. They would have to write it and structure it in a way that would force people to want to wait for it next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that's how I feel with these episodes. I want to just get it now and get it over with because the shows aren't structured like you said, that you're like, oh man, I can't wait to see what happens next. You're just like, okay, I guess I'll wait.
Yeah, like the Doom Patrol episode ended with, it was like like that was it. Like it ended in like kind of a promising ending. It wasn't like a cliffhanger at all. But the one where the new Robin showed up at the end, it made me want to see the next episode. I honestly think these streaming services should play around with the formula. Since it's a new thing, they should do, maybe for this, 2 episodes a week. Something like that. Just play around with it, or maybe 4 and 4. But I know they want to use this as a marketing tool to be able to slowly grow their streaming service and get more people every time and let the word of mouth get around. So that's why they're probably doing once a week right now. But I think 2 a week would have been good for this.
And that's a good thing about these streaming services too, right? Like they can use their own format for every episode and have it their own way.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching an interview on Nick Kroll from the guy who made, one of the writers from Big Mouth.
That was a good show.
One of the benefits of working with Netflix is that, like, when you work with a TV show on a channel, they're like, okay, the first block has to be 6 minutes long, and then your title intro needs to come in at this time. Is that Netflix is like, all right, you got like one episode that's like 23 minutes, you have another episode that's 24 minutes, another that's 27. You can do whatever you want in between then. Like, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I do like that with streaming services for sure. Some of these episodes honestly did feel longer than others. Like some were 37, some felt like they were 42. So I don't know. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna keep watching. I want to see what happens with this.
Let me backpedal for a second. I forgot to say with Jon Cryer as a Lex Luthor. Actually, back in the day in 1987, he was in Superman 4, Quest for Peace. He was Lex Luthor's son, Lenny. So,
all right, good for him.
It's just a nerd fact I wanted to bring up.
You just found it online or something?
No, I forgot to say that earlier. It was in my notes. I write notes because I'm a professional. Fuck both of you guys. And fuck Batman. Insecure Robin. Robin was real insecure with that line. Oh, that killed me, man.
So you think he's becoming Nightwing by the end of the season?
Yeah.
How many episodes? Count down the episodes because it goes so fast.
Shit, man. We're only on, what, 6 now?
7's going to be the newest one coming out next week.
So you think it's going to be 10 total or 20?
Well, episodes?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know. I hope it's 10.
It's a first season, so it'll probably be like 10 to 12, probably.
Okay. Yeah, I think we're going to get Nightwing by the end, and I think we're going to get Orange, Starfire. We're going to get Beast Boy in the suit where he doesn't have to get naked. And we will have Rachel transition into Raven.
So
The
right
only
now-
person who's changed their clothes is Robin. These guys have had their dirty ass clothes on for the
I'm
past
like, come on,
month.
Starfire wearing this old dusty ass coat.
Purple ass clothes.
You
Like,
woke
take
up
the
in
things,
cold.
man.
Where
I'm
is she,
sure
in
there's
Russia?
a Target around that hotel, man. Like, come on, you're throwing out hundreds for breakfast. You can get yourself some new drawers. Come on, man. Come on.
Yo, I forgot to tell you, man, on the podcast page, somebody was mad at me because I said I didn't like Starfire's outfit. And he's like, man, you hate black women. I was like, what? He's like, he's just trying to hold the sister down. I was like, we're playing this game. You want to be fake woke? Let's play the fake woke game. I was like, all right. I was like, isn't it racist that this black woman is angry and fiery? And then I was like, hashtag fake woke. I was like, isn't she bedwenching because she's only sleeping with white men right now? I was like, you want to play this fake woke game? I was like, I'm just enjoying the show for what it is, and the costume looks corny. It's like they spent all their money on the Robin costumes, and they're like, ugh, we just got pieces of string left. Let's tie this shit together, throw a coat, say that she's Starfire.
I feel bad for the actress because she's doing a great job. It's just her whole thing looks trash, and her story's like not very developed yet. It like got pushed to the side for like everybody else, kind of.
She's like some gangster's mistress, but she's like undercover. She's clearly an alien. She has that brace around her neck. I'm like, maybe that's like stopping her from turning orange, or it's some type of protective device from her planet.
They said, fuck it. We don't care. We're going to deal with the little white girl and Robin right now.
Like,
the green dude's comedy. He's just popping some jokes. We don't care about his story. We gave you a little introduction of him, and that's it.
We're going to focus on this lost white girl and Robin finding himself. And you minorities are gonna figure it out.
Yeah, man. I was like, what the
Asian man and black woman, y'all gonna have to figure it out as they learn about themselves.
They gave the two bird characters a better intro outro.
They really did. Oh shit, man. So
bird ass characters.
Oh, that's from Teen Titans Go, the movie, man.
Okay.
That was Robin's catchphrase. Like, Robin, you got catchphrases? Like, yeah. Caw-caw! And you'll bust through the room and whoop some ass.
You know what I'm surprised you didn't call him out on? Why wasn't he like, yo, how you gonna just jack my fucking name? Like, can't you make your own shit? Like, he just jacked the Robin name.
Yo, man, that nigga hurt. Robin was hurt, man.
But that's Batman's thing. That's like, you know, back in the 90s when Razor Ramon and Diesel left WWF to go to WCW, and it was like, well, fuck you guys, we're just gonna get a new Diesel and Razor Ramon. That's just the same shit.
But I swear it was the Flying Robins or whatever, wasn't it? Like, wasn't that with his whole?
Graysons.
Yeah.
Okay, it was Flying Graysons, wasn't that whole shit with him? Like Robin, I thought that was his whole.
It depends on the storyline.
Yeah, okay,
Bird-ass
that's
dude,
what
man.
It's a bird ass motherfucking nigga, huh? But yeah, I swear that was his shit. That's why I was like, yo, this carjacking kid who steals the rims off Batman could just get the Robin name. Make your own shit. Like, at least the third Robin's Red Robin later on. You know what I mean? It's a little something.
Batman's like, yo, I own the rights to the Robin.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
You don't like it. You don't like it. Try to lawyer up, son.
He's
Damn
like,
right.
Cash Money Records. I own your shit. Man, Suge Knight.
Robin living that Lil Wayne life. He
Yeah.
got no rights to shit.
Oh, shit,
exactly,
man. Bruce Wayne's Birdman.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Robin can't release the Carter 5 for the next 10 years, man.
Locked right now,
And
man. He
Bird-
don't got
Birdman-
no key access, nothing.
And Birdman's is Michael Keaton, so he's Batman.
Yep. Yo, shit, look at this analogies, baby. Cuckoo! I think that concludes our Titan stuff.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna keep watching it. That's all I gotta say.
Rory, watch episode 6, man. It's great.
Yeah, at least watch that before you exit out.
I'll keep watching it. I'll watch it, and then eventually it'll get something have something for me to be invested in.
I
Like I said,
may
like
have allegedly sent it to you. Allegedly.
Ski mask. I may have allegedly seen it on a box that allows me to watch things illegally. Allegedly.
Ski mask.
All right. Let's get to our final topic of the show.
Let's do it.
Which is Steve McQueen's new dramedy. No, not comedy.
Dramedy.
Drama.
Ain't nothing
action.
funny in this movie.
Nah,
man.
not think funny. There
You're
is
a
some
sick
funny
man. I feel like you're a sick human being if you laugh. That did have some jokes still. I'm a sick motherfucker. Yeah, it
stuff.
had
That
funny
freestyle.
shit.
That freestyle. All right, we're gonna get to our review of Widows.
You have no idea, do you? Or did you choose not to know? Your husband stole $2 million from me. This is about my life. This is about my life. And because it's about my life, it now becomes about yours.
Mr. Mulligan, your family's been involved in Harry's life for many years. I need help.
I don't see what I can do.
Our husbands aren't coming back. We're on our own.
Oh man, so what y'all think? How'd y'all like it, man?
Did you see Widows yet, Rory?
I have not seen Widows.
You could ask
All right, so
all the questions you want to ask then.
Yes, we're gonna talk vaguely. So, I love that John Bernthal's in this movie long enough to beat his wife and go, ugh!
Yeah. he brought back that energy from Walking Dead, man.
No, he
For
brought
like
back the
2 minutes.
Punisher. He was in pain. He was Punisher. Ah! John Bernthal was movie long enough to abuse his wife. I was like, oh shit, there he go again doing his Shane, and then to get hurt and go, ugh!
I was like, I didn't even know he was in the movie. I was like, oh shit, he's in this. And I'm like all excited, like, what next scene's he gonna have? Oh shit.
Come on, son. So
Oh, shit.
the premise of this movie, you have a group of professional criminals. They're robbing, and it's a heist that's gone terribly wrong. They're stealing $2 million. An explosion occurs. All the husbands are dead, and the $2 million is gone. It's up in flames. Now, this money belongs to a up-and-coming politician, and he wants his money. So he approaches one of the widows, played by Viola Davis, and he's like, look, I know your husband's gone and all, but he's still $2 million from me, and I want what's mine. I don't care how you get it. You gotta figure it out. You owe me $2 million. So with that being said, her life's on the line. She bands together with the widows of the other fallen criminals' spouses, and they formed a super heist group called the Widows. They didn't have a name, but I'm calling them the Widows.
Yeah, man, Brian Henry from Atlanta fame. He played Paperboy. He was the main antagonist in this movie. He did a great job. I think the acting in this was incredible, man. They all did a great job. They all
Everybody
made
brought their
invested.
A game in this film.
Yeah, man.
Let's run through the cast real quick. So some of the standouts. Michelle Rodriguez actually gets to act for the first time. I haven't seen her act ever. I've seen her play Letty from Fast and Furious.
She was a little bit of Letty in this for a little while, but then she opened up and really started acting.
She actually got to play a three-dimensional character with emotions.
Yeah. I find she's another one of those actors or actresses that just kind of plays a version of herself in all the movies. Like even in Avatar, she's like Letty in Avatar.
Yeah, she's Letty in Avatar. She's Letty in Resident Evil.
In SWAT. It's all the same shit.
She was Letty in this for a bit, and she started to peel as a character, which was interesting to see.
Now, Elizabeth Debicki. Now, I'm only familiar with her from the second Guardians film. She was Aisha. She was one of my favorite characters in the film. She played she was supposed to be like your stereotypical battered wife, but she was able to portray that character as a strong woman without being in your face being, hey, I'm a strong woman. Like, you got to see her character develop through her journey and become a strong woman. Because what I like about this movie, it's basically just a dark character study. Like, the first hour of the film is basically just a character study of each widow going through their daily lives, and then the second half of the film is amateurs learning how to rob. Like they're going through drills on how to rob. Like they had bags and they would weigh them down. They're like, all right, this is how X amount of dollars would feel in this bag. Worst case scenario, let's add this more weight to the bag in case we're in a hurry when we gotta take extra weight. So I like that aspect of the film.
I like that it was a realistic. Like it didn't feel like it was over the top. Like how the hell did they pull that off or anything? Like, everything that was happening in this movie, it had a realistic feel to it. This guy got cut off. You there?
No, I'm there. I'm just reading. I thought you were gonna keep going.
My bad. Okay, yeah, but
I want to elaborate some more.
Yeah, but Liam Neeson, he did a great job. He was the only actor who was like not. He was just being Liam Neeson. You know what I mean? Like
he was taking this film.
Yeah, pretty much. Who else?
Farrell was good. Colin Farrell played Jack Mulligan.
He did an amazing job.
His dad was played by Robert Duvall as Tom Mulligan. Now his story is he's like your stereotypical Republican, and he's running against Paperboy in the campaign. Now, his story with his father is his father's forcing him into politics. He doesn't really give a shit about it. And his father is an old racist, but he's always down to, show up at a black church and get that donation if needed. Now, there's a very interesting scene in the film where Colin Farrell's character is being interrogated by a reporter. Very Trump-like. The reporter's just going in on him. He's like, hey, you don't even live, like, you barely live in this district. You live in the fancy area. You don't care about these people. Blah, blah, blah. You're giving these construction grants to only rich folks, not to these poor black people that you're pandering to. So after that argument, the camera like pans to just the front of the car, and you see the driver, and you see him and his. Well, you don't see him and his wife. He enters the car, and the car is driving, and then the camera's just focused on the driver, and the whole time you hear their conversation, and it's just him arguing with his wife, saying, "I don't want to do this shit. I don't give a fuck about politics. My dad got me doing this. This is stupid. I can't wait for this to be over with." And as they're driving, you're seeing the transition from the driver driving from the hood to driving into this like nice gated what am I trying to say?
Gated community area.
Gated community by the end of the argument. So you're like, he really doesn't have to deal with that struggle that he's like pandering to. Like clearly during this argument, you see that he went from like a dusty, grimy ass neighborhood to this nice gated neighborhood where he doesn't have to deal with the problems that he was telling the people that he's going to go help. So did you notice that in the film?
Absolutely. This movie had it had a great dynamic of storytelling, that it wasn't just about the heist. It was like all the background stories and situations were just as interesting as a heist movie type of situation, in my opinion. So that's why this movie is so great. His character was great. His dad's character was great. They were doing such great acting. It made me dislike that one person for a reason, or like a person for a reason. Like I felt bad for his character, when he was in the car, like, yo, I'm sick of this shit. I don't want to do this shit.
The conversation with his wife.
Yeah. But he was saying things in there that were derogatory at the same time, where I was like, man, fuck this guy. You know what I mean? But then when you even see the driver, I was surprised the driver didn't just stop the car and walk out and be like, motherfucker, walk. You know what I mean? But
now, another standout character for me was played by Cynthia Eros, who played Belle. She was the working mom that worked like several jobs, and she was a babysitter, and then she somehow gets pulled into the heist. There's a scene where her running. Man, she made Tom Cruise look like a little bitch with that run.
Yeah.
And
her back was jacked too.
She had some muscles on there. She had some booty meat too when she was running. I was like, keep eye contact. Do not look down.
Even the boys on the block were like, "Oh, she's going, she's moving. Look at you!"
They're like, "Oh shit, she's going for gold, baby.
Catch that bus, baby. You got that. You can run past that bus, baby."
I want to see her in action films. Like the last film
I saw
her was Bad Times at the El Royale. She was singing in that film, and she had a couple of moments, but like she needs to be a full blown Sarah Connor action star.
I was like, this chick needs to be in Wakanda. What the hell's going on?
I read where she's been recently cast to play Harriet Tubman, so
okay,
I'm gonna be in there rubbing my hands like Birdman watching Harriet Tubman, because she is nice to look at. Everybody was jacked, even Viola Davis. I was like, what the hell? Amanda Waller, swole as hell in this film. I was like, what you lifting? Everybody got jacked for this film. So that was cool. I like that every male character in this film, pretty much every guy's a scumbag.
Loving hip hop.
Nobody is clean. The politician, like the black politician, you're like, okay, he wants to give back to his community, he wants to help people out, but he robs and beats people from time to time. He goes to Viola Davis's house. He holds up her dog. Man, he should have heard the white people in the theater gasp. Like, not the dog. Punch her, not the dog. He grabbed that dog. Oh!
The dog needed more props in this movie, man. The dog was
everywhere.
doing this fucking movie.
Yeah,
the dog was goddamn Lassie.
The dog jumped in on the mystery. There's a scene with the dog. Like,
I was like, where the fuck is this dog going? It's like, God damn, this dog is too fast. Dog is everywhere, man.
Let's talk about Viola Davis's character. Her character is very flawed, but you understand her reasoning for everything.
Yeah, oh yeah, especially the way they unpeel the story. And it's showing more and more about the characters. It's like, oh shit. You know, like you could see things coming. And it's like, they ain't gonna take it there. And then they actually do. I was like, oh my God. Fantastic.
They were able to talk about police brutality, racism, classism with that we see with politics.
That's what I'm saying. Like this movie was more than a heist movie. I think the heist was just like
the backdrop.
Like, get you in the theater, you know, and then after they hit you with all these things in a smart way. It was like, oh shit. I wanted to see more. I was like, I want to see what unfolds more, you know?
There's a very uncomfortable scene, at least for me, with Michelle Rodriguez, where basically these women, they're amateurs. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're not private investigators. They're trying to pull off a heist.
I know where it's going.
Based on something that they just read in the notebook. So she's doing her best Nancy Drew.
Due diligence.
And she ends up in a situation where she blows her cover. And the guy she talks to just goes full rape mode, man.
She almost blew it for real.
He's just like, oh, your husband just died? Word? What that mouth do, though? I'm like, oh my God, where is this going? I was like, how's she going to get out of this situation? That shit made me uncomfortable. How'd you feel about that scene?
Yeah, for sure. That was super uncomfortable. It was awkward because he was like, get the hell out. After he already revealed the secret of why she shouldn't be in there and how he knows she's bullshitting. And then he's DTF. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was ready to kick her out the house. And then she's like, my husband died. He's like, he did? Well, I have an erection now.
Yeah. Like, get out of there. That could have been a movie in itself.
Yeah, that was a horror movie right there. It went from trying to scheme on the dude. And then she had to blow her cover and be like, yo, all right, before you kick me out, my husband died. Well, since you said that, the dick is out. I was like, oh my God, no. No, Michelle Rodriguez. Don't let them do that to you.
What did you think of the Polish girl?
Yeah, played by Elizabeth Debicki. Alice.
Yeah.
What I liked about her character was basically she didn't really have much of a skill set in the beginning of the film. She's a battered wife. She's John Bernthal's wife, so he was beating her and just being a complete scumbag. And her mom was like, hey, go on these dating sites and just, sell your pussy. At first, she was completely against it, and then she started doing that. But through the film, you see her basically gain control of herself and not be in her mom's shadow and not be this beaten woman anymore. She learns how to use guns.
Defend herself.
She was my favorite character in the film, and because she's just written so well.
Mm-hmm. Her character development in this was amazing.
Because it could have went completely left. She could have just been an Instagram model complaining, fucking up the heist. I was expecting her to be that character.
Putting out a tell-all book.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be like Corinne Steffens or something.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to be smart with it. So that was interesting that they were able to do that.
The cinematography was great in this movie. The lighting was amazing in this movie. He did a great job in this. He did 12 Years a Slave. He did a couple other movies before that. And he really shows his skill and style in this.
I love, because again, this movie is a character study. I love that there's a scene where a preacher, man, he's giving you a great sermon. He's talking about how this world is so caught up with mediocrity and that we we praise mediocrity. And the sermon's going good because I'm like, hell yeah, like we praise people getting like doing bullshit and getting participation awards. I'm like, hell yeah, I agree. So you get like involved in the sermon. By the end of the sermon, you find out the preacher man's a complete piece of shit. He's like, all right, y'all got that money?
Exactly. Yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna go to the white man over there and and get connected. If y'all niggas ain't got that $2 million no more, like all that preaching went out the window. So I was like, damn, like he hooked me. Like I was like, amen, brother. And then he finished. And then I was like, yo, this guy is like fucking Councilman Tate from Power.
Yeah, man.
Scheming ass, man.
I was surprised Fassbender wasn't in the movie because he has a history with the director doing like Hunger and Shame. I don't know if you've seen Shame. That was an interesting movie.
A slave too. He was beating the hell out of that African man.
Yeah. So yeah, I was surprised he wasn't in this.
Let's talk about Daniel Kaluuya, aka Get Out. The main he killed that role. He reminded me of Denzel Washington in Training Day.
He wasn't that good, but he was good.
He wasn't that good, but he was menacing. He wasn't that good, but he gave it his best shot. I thought it was pretty good. There's a freestyle in this movie that everybody got. It's flames, man. We'll talk about that in spoilers. We'll do a brief spoiler section, but that freestyle was hilarious. Now, what I did enjoy about his character, even though his character's kind of like, that menacing guy, he had like little elements about him that you would like. You like, oh, he's driving and he's listening to like Spanish tapes, like learning how to speak Spanish. Like, okay, he's trying to learn Spanish while he's on the run. Like, no, not on the run, but like doing his like daily routine of beating people and collecting money.
That's
another scene you'll see, like he had a book in his hand. I was like, oh, he's an educated brother that whoops the ass from time to time.
Yeah, he's listening to like Malcolm X speeches and something too, right?
Yeah. So they add like some character development through little actions like that. So I was like, okay, I appreciate that. He's not one dimensional. Nobody in this film is really one dimensional. Even Robert Duvall's character, like Tom Mulligan, like I don't know if in real life like he's like he has dementia or something, but that character just seemed like he was forgetting his lines as he was saying them.
Yeah, but he was intense though. He still pulled it off. I was like,
man, when he said the N-word, he's crazy. ER. He put. I felt that. I almost still. He's like, the niggers are stealing the. I was like, oh my god.
I was like, is he ad-libbing this shit? I'm feeling kind of upset right now.
I was like, is that in the script? I was like, did he just look at Steve McQueen and call him a nigga? That nigga director. I mean, the people.
I was like, this man looks like he's enjoying it right now. What the fuck?
Boy, he said that ER with a smile.
Yeah.
Now
can't
me
let
being
these
in the
niggers own anything. Gotta keep the property by goddamn hands. Gotta be all over everything. I was like, what the fuck?
Now the movie opens up with the opening scene is Viola Davis, her husband's Liam Neeson, and they're in the bed aggressively kissing. I'm in the Deep South. You should have heard all the groans from the wife. They're like, they're like, oh no.
What were they doing? A shot of alcohol or was it mouthwash?
I don't. It was alcohol. He had a flask. That
I figured it was alcohol. I'm like, he just hopped out the shower doing a shot.
But they were doing
7 in the morning.
The scene was like them aggressively kissing, and then it'll go back to like the robbery that's occurring, and then it'll go back to them aggressively kissing. And every time it went back to them aggressively kissing, like all the racist people in my southern town, they're kissing her. Oh no. So yeah, I enjoyed that. I like seeing people squirm. So I was like, look at them squirming.
Yeah.
They're like,
what was the crowd reaction? How was the crowd reaction in the theater for you?
The Viola Davis scene again was. No.
But I mean for like the action, where people.
But for the action, yeah, people were fully invested in the film. When certain bad guys will like have demises, they were like, "Woo, girl, yeah."
Yeah. The crowd was parallel with what I assume the director wanted them to feel. You know what I mean? So I was seeing that from the crowd. I was hearing the "oh," or the laughing at the funny parts that were supposed to be funny. You know what I mean?
Get any, clutch my pearls.
Nah.
We had some pearl clutching. Where I was at. Now, to me, I felt like the movie ended like Dark Knight Rises. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It made you want to see more, at least for sure.
Because Dark Knight Rises ends with like Bruce Wayne looking at Alfred, and there's a Bruce Wayne looking at Alfred scene in this movie at the end. You know what I'm talking about?
I saw the movie. I just don't want to get into spoilers.
This is a spoiler. I'm just saying, like, there's a Bruce Wayne looking at Alfred scene in the film.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I'm not sure if it was intentional. I was like, does Steve McQueen like Dark Knight Rises? Like, I was like, is she Batman? Like, what's going on?
I like the angle off the mirrors, the way the camera hit both of them nice and evenly off the mirror, and you could see both of them on the screen and on the mirror. That was pretty dope. Had a lot of cool shots in this, man. This movie, they did a great job with the cinematography for sure. He killed it. With the running, when she was doing the laps, when she was running, you could feel the intensity of the camera moving.
And yeah, like that running scene was intense. I was like, yo, like Tom Cruise needs to steal that camera angle and incorporate that in the next Mission Impossible. Because I was like, I was running with her. I was like, where are we going?
She's a damn superhero when she was on the top of on the side of the house, the little side house in the whole situation. I was like, yo, what the hell? She needs to be in a comic book movie, man. Whoever this girl is. Easily
better than Set It Off. All these people asking me, is it better than Set It Off? Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
And it's a black film.
Yeah.
Black director. You got a diverse cast.
Yeah.
And everybody brought their A game to this film. It wasn't like, I'm gonna, phone this roll it. Like, everybody brought their A game. I'm gonna go right ahead and hit you with the scores at 9.2 for me.
Yeah, I give it a solid 9, man. It's great. I enjoyed it a lot.
Rory, do you want to go see Widows now?
It's gonna be a ski mask cop for me. It's
racist.
Fair enough.
It's have you
seen McQueen films before?
Not too familiar with McQueen. Name some of his
12 Years a Slave. That was probably his biggest one.
I've seen 12 Years a Slave. That was a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll watch it. I'll watch any movie just once.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You'll do anything at least just once. But Davis's character, I don't know how she gets the snot to come out of her nose on cue like that, man. I don't know how she does that.
Man, them boogers.
The booger tears.
I was like, wait for it.
Yeah, you
don't want to see John Bernthal go,
just watching one episode of The Punisher.
Yeah.
I was like, he hurt again.
Not unless he's digging his thumbs into someone's eyeballs.
Yeah.
You get that. Jackie Weaver was good too. She played what's her character? She played Alice, the battered wife. She played her mom. She was like, "Yeah, sell your pussy on the internet." I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Your mom's a scumbag too."
Yeah,
everybody's shitty in this film, man.
Everybody was a piece of shit in this movie.
Mom was like, "How do you think I paid for all this stuff as a kid? You didn't care about me selling pussy when you were eating bread."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my god!"
He's guilting her into it.
I was like, "You guilting your daughter into being a whore." I was like, "Don't do that."
Then you could go to school. I was like, "What the fuck?"
She was like, "Sell your pussy, then go to classes online." I was like, "Oh my god!" She even brought up apps. She's like, "There's an app for that." I was like, "Oh no!"
When she gave away the motorcycle, I was like, "This bitch is kind of dumb still."
She was kind of.
I was like, dumb. She's not the sharpest pencil in the fuck man. Shit.
But she evolved. She wasn't nobody was a complete dumbass by the end of the film.
Yeah, exactly. They all evolved.
I don't like characters like you start dumb, you're still doing dumb shit. Like, come on, man. Like, oh, stupid. Like, if a mistake happened in the film, it was a realistic mistake that wasn't in there. And it wasn't like, oh, let me drop my gun and turn my back to somebody. It wasn't dumb shit. It was just like, oh, this was out of my hands and this happened. Let's be smart about it.
Yeah, it was more realistic.
I fully enjoyed it. I would watch it again. The movie is a bit long. It's a good, I want to say 2 hours and some change.
Okay. Did it feel like it had any pacing issues to you? Like while watching the film, or did it move organically?
It moved organically. It's just long. Like I looked at my watch. I was like, I came at 7 and I left at 10 something. I was like, what the fuck?
I got out of there like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was like, holy shit.
I was like, this is long. So if you want to, no, I'm not going to tell you to wait. Go see this. Go support this, man. It's a good film.
I would say support it because this is
there's way shittier films that you guys go see. Venom. So
yeah, if you don't want comic book movies to take over and you want actual films to still be coming out, this is the type of shit you should be go seeing. Because this was a good movie. This was a film. This was actual film movie. Like so.
This was better than Ocean's 8, man. This is what Ocean's 8 wanted to do.
That's what I was thinking when I was watching it. I was like, is this what anything like Ocean's 8, or is this like the real thing? Like, is this
Ocean 8 was just like they're like, let's get some jewelry. Like there wasn't really any real stakes. Like in this film, there's like, if you don't pay me my money, I'm gonna kill your dog and you.
Not the dog.
Not the dog. No, clutch my pearls. Just beat the black woman, not that beautiful white dog. That dog was great though.
That dog needs an award, man.
The dog served a purpose.
The dog needs a damn award.
The dog is like, yo, let me jump on this mystery, man.
My girl was like, shit, I need a dog. I was like, hell no.
That dog was fast.
I was like, this dog is too nosy for my own good, man. Fuck. But let's get into spoilers, man.
All right, so so the dog. I'm gonna let Casey do it.
The dog was goddamn Lassie, Scooby Doo, all in one. The dog damn figured out the dude who was behind the door. The dog found the couch. The dog went behind the chair and figured out where the thing was that they needed to find, the book, all this type of shit. I was like, what the fuck?
So let's jump to so the backstory is Viola Davis. You find out throughout the film that not only did her husband quote unquote die, they also had a son who died due to police brutality. The cop pulled him over, and he was driving some fancy car that Liam Neeson had, and the cops just like pulled him over, just started popping off. They even let him say like license and registration, just pop, pop, pop. This
he went to the glove compartment to get it.
Yeah, he went in the glove compartment to get the license and registration. They shot him, saying he was reaching for his license and registration. Good old typical America.
Fuck, man. Yeah, the way they showed that was like, fuck. It was
America.
like, you know where it's going, and you're like, I hope they don't take it there. And then it's like heartbreaking that they took it there. And that was like one of the catalysts in the stories, because he's like, yo, I think I'm only with you because we had a kid together. You know what I mean? When they're arguing, and it's like, oh shit, he doesn't give a fuck about her. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of revealed things throughout the story through arguments. But it was so confusing because they started off with such a passionate scene. It was like these two, it made it seem like they're in such love. It was like an inseparable love. But it turns out like the boy that died, their pain that they went through together is what's keeping them together. You know what I mean? So it's like he had a whole relationship with the kid on the side. I also saw some racial
undertones within it too. I felt like him with her was kind of like a fetish. Like, oh, it's always wanted to be with a black woman. He had the kid with her, and now that the kid was out of the picture, he went and he's like, I'm gonna play it safe. Went and got him a white woman, had the kid with her, and everything. So
that was his next. The dude
he had
in
a
his
whole
crew.
outside family.
Yeah, and that was the dude in his crew too.
Plan.
Yeah. And he was just gonna leave her for broke and leave her to have to deal with the money. Because at the end, he was like, "Why didn't you just give Jamal the book?" I'm like, "Motherfucker knew." That's why he gave her the book, to be able to, like, you know, he thought she was gonna be too scared to try to pull off a heist. He just wanted to sell off the book. You know what I mean? Like, and leave her for dead.
And then worst case, let's say the book wasn't enough, Jamal would have just killed her and the dog.
Yeah, he was gonna kill them anyways for a book. Hell yeah, he was gonna kill her.
So he just left his wife to get screwed over. He was the biggest piece of shit of the film.
Oh yeah, the condo was in his name. Everything, the car, everything was in his name. All the cash was really in his name. The only thing she had was that key to get the book.
Now there's a scene. It shouldn't have been funny. It was kind of heartbreaking, but I laughed. Now her driver, I think he has like slight dementia. He doesn't remember too well.
Yeah.
And Danny Kaluuya, him and his guys come to his house and interrogate him. And he doesn't really remember, but they're beating the shit out of him. They're like, give this nigga a 2-piece and extra.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn.
Motherfuckers coming with beat down ad libs. What the fuck?
I was like, oh shit. They're like, yo, make it extra spicy as they're whooping his ass. Like, I busted out laughing in the theater.
I busted out laughing because it reminded me of one of those black porns where a bunch of black guys are banging one girl. And they're all like, you ain't evicted me. You know, like when they say all that stupid shit. Like, these guys are saying some random shit. It's like one of those gangbang porns with a bunch of black dudes with Timbs on. I was like, what the fuck are they doing to this guy?
Yo,
so I was laughing. I was like, I'm so desensitized. I was like, Jesus Christ.
He said, give that nigga a 2-piece.
You left that?
I'm good.
And the dude turned up the volume on the game, but you could still hear them like, yeah, hit him harder. Yeah, I was like, Jesus, they're fucking him up.
Yo, I should like. There was a white lady beside me. She looked at me like, "You monster." Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He said 2-piece extra biscuit, and as the man's like dying, he's like, "Make it extra spicy."
Yeah,
I was like, God damn.
You just hear them hitting him even more. I was like, "Fuck."
I shouldn't have laughed.
Out of this guy.
Laughed. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's another scene. That's why I was like, "This is a dramedy," because this shit made me laugh. They find these two guys. They're supposed to be patrolling the area. They find them like it was some real weird shit. They're hiding in a box.
Confused.
Fucking
what were they hiding
freestyling. They're hiding in a box freestyling. So
Why?
I don't. They're like, yo, I guess the sound bouncing off the box. I don't know. It sounded like they're kissing each other or something. I don't know what's going on in that box.
What the fuck is going on here?
They took him out the box and they're like, yo, they supposed to be patrolling. They out here freestyling. And Daniel Kaluuya's character is like, word, let me hear that shit, man. So they start rapping. He's all up in their face. He's like, yo, that's tight. Keep going. And the guy just keeps freestyling. He takes out guns, shoots the guy in the face. And then the other homeboy is like, all right, you can run. And he starts running. Then he shoots the other guy as he's running. I was like, yeah.
I think
that's terrible demise.
This sounds horrible, but I think they should have been younger. Like the actors should have been like 13 to 14.
Oh gosh, yeah, just to make the impact.
Yeah, and because it would have made more sense. Like, why the hell are these two grown ass men in a box freestyling? Like, if it was like a 10-year-old and a 13-year-old doing some dumb shit like that, it would have made more sense watching the movie, and it would have been more impactful.
Yeah,
what happens happens. I would not have been laughing at all. I would have been like, "Oh fuck, this guy's a real monster." You know what I mean? So I think they should have made them younger, 10 and 13 or something.
Holy shit! I would have to walk out, man. That 2-piece extra biscuit make it spicy.
No, but I mean the two in the gym when they were freestyling.
Yeah, I know.
That scene should have been kids, man. That would have been way more impactful. What else? The scene with Colin Farrell in the limo. We could talk more about that. When he was saying all the racist shit, when he's like, "Did you fuck a black man in your life?" to his girlfriend, I guess, or side thing. I was like, "This racist motherfucker, man. He's done."
She's like, "What's that have to do with the campaign?"
He's like, "Did you
answer the question? You ever had that BBC?" I was like, "What?"
But it was dope the way they're revealing the story. He just wants to get his robbery money, and he doesn't give a fuck. He's just gonna disappear. Like, he's not gonna be mayor. I think he didn't want to be mayor. He just wanted to get the fuck out of there.
Sounds like Trump, man. I feel like Trump didn't want to be president. And just fuck. He's like, damn it, I got this roll down. Shit.
I don't know, man, but shit, man. That's how I feel they were telling the story in a slick way. Because at the end, he ended up becoming mayor. So he's going to be in his misery with no money. You know what I mean? So he's trapped in the game.
I thought the black guy won. No.
He won because his dad got killed. And everybody felt bad because his dad died.
Now, did you think that was... You think him and Viola Davis's character came up with that plan for the dad to get killed? Because they never explained that.
Hell no.
You
Viola Davis didn't even shoot him. Rodriguez shot him.
But like, I felt like maybe she may work something out. Like, yo, man, my dad's a pain in my ass, man. Take him out.
Nah, I didn't see that.
Inheritance money. He getting paid. Anyone.
Nah, he put a wall up for her. She came to talk to him like, yo, I know you and my husband were doing some shady shit. I want in. You know what I mean? Like, help me out so I can help you out. And he was like, well, I would appreciate your vote. You're like, he was being still fake ass shit. So she was like, all right, think I don't know where your money is? you know what I mean? She went there to kind of, yeah, she went there to try to reach out to him and be like, okay, if you help me and give me $2 million and get these guys off my back, I'll help crush them with the teachers people. You know what I mean? So, but he was being all like, oh yeah, no, I just want your vote, or I feel sorry for your husband dying, but he deserved it. You know what I mean? Like, so.
I like how when they're robbing, the Asian lady sees them, and like,
nope, they don't pay me enough for this
shit. She turned into Miss Swan real quick. She's like, me no see nothing. She's like, I may speak fluent English, but not now. I'm closing the door. I don't know shit.
I don't have to pee no more.
Me no see nothing. Look, don't you speak perfect English? No.
I like the way they put the code in, and it was the wrong code, and it was such a simple thing, like you're just holding it upside down because you're scared. That was so realistic.
Yeah.
It wasn't no big heist, like Ocean's 11's amazing and everything, but this wasn't no big thing like that. It was just like a dope ass, like intense, like, okay, go now or you're dead. You know? Like realistic, what real people would probably go through in a situation like that. And you're going to be scared, shaky hands, not being able to punch and shit properly, not being able to get up the stairs properly, you're going to slip. People are going to not be holding the bags, they're going to be too heavy. You know, like that's realistic stuff.
I like how Daniel Kaluuya's character came through and robbed them. And then
my God, that was great.
Steve McQueen and his amazing camera angles.
The camera angle was amazing. Because I was watching the cars coming in the background, and I don't even know if it had lights on. You could just see the car coming, and I was like, I guess he got away. But why is that car coming up so quick? And they did it in such a slow way that I didn't think the car was even going to hit that hard. But when it hit him, oh, man, that shit looked real. That was so smooth, the way they did that one-off.
Hit for me.
The way they did that one off when he hit the fucking the road, the thing in the overpass, it looked like he really hit the thing and he was dead. I was like, holy shit, that was an amazing shot. For as simple as it was.
You think Liam Neeson's character may have been racist? Like, you could sleep with a black woman and have a biracial kid and still don't really give a shit about black people.
I don't know about that.
That's kind of how he was. He's kind of like, fuck her.
I think he was just like, fuck her because the kid died and he was like, she's just being miserable now. Like, it's not a happy life. And he was just like, you know what? Fuck her. Fuck my crew. I'm just out for myself. Fuck this. And he's just trying to dip out.
Racist people, though. He was hanging out with Colin Farrell.
He's trying to just dip out. Yeah, no, I see that.
Farrell dropping the N-word like it's nothing. So you see a lot of people out there, like you could sleep with people of color and have biracial kids, but still not give a fuck about them.
Guess so.
And he clearly displayed that. He's like, shit, let her take that L.
Yeah, he definitely let her take that L, though. That was fucked up.
Yeah, he is a terrible
It's like, hold this. He gave her a fucking murder mystery and shit.
He left her on her heels,
man. He a little lock with a drawing of a lock and a fucking question mark or thunderbolt or whatever. He had her doing some shit. It was like, what the fuck?
And this the way that they pulled it off. Like, luckily the character, the chick that was prostituting herself, she so happened to be sleeping with a guy who's an architect.
Yeah.
And he was able to like decipher some of the buildings that will help them figure out what the building was that they needed to break into. Because they didn't even know what the building was. They're just like, we have these floor plans. We just don't know what the hell this is. And they were in the dark really for the heist. When Rodriguez's character bought back her store, I was like, really? You got about like 1/3 or 1/4 of $5 million, and you're gonna buy back a shitty ass store in Chicago? Get the fuck out of there! Move to fucking Florida or Atlanta or something. You know what I mean? That's what I would have did.
Yeah, I would have been gone.
I also didn't like that Viola Davis's character stayed too. I would have left too. She don't have nothing in that city.
Yeah, fuck that shit. And all those people are still there. Like, dudes, you know what I mean? The dude who's running for mayor is still there.
Yeah, the black guy's still there. Like, he can still send his people, like,
yeah,
I know you killed my brother.
Get the fuck out of there.
I'm going to Trinidad.
Yeah, man.
Take my chances
Thailand
with the bandits.
Or some shit, man. Fuck that. I'm on the whole other side of the planet. $5 million? Out of here.
So, yeah, so they stole $5 million. She had to give $2.
She didn't give shit.
She didn't give shit. Oh, shit.
See, because she killed his brother. So how is she going to give money now? No money's going to be worth that. They got even deeper in the hole. That's why I thought the movie was going to continue, because I was like, yo, they're so in the hole now. It's not even about the money. So I was like, is the movie going to keep going?
She don't have a kid. Her husband's dead.
The condo's not in her name. All she got is a damn dog. Dog's making smarter moves than she is.
Yo, her and Lassie need to just hit the streets, man.
Hit the road, man. Go touch road.
I saw somebody
edit
the Widow's poster, and they put the dog on the poster. I was like, yo, that dog was a star.
Yo, the dog was a damn star, man. The dog was figuring everything out before them, barking at them like Pikachu. Nobody can understand him. Ryan Reynolds.
The dog was like, I smell his dick residue here.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like,
it's flask. The dog's like trying to pick up the flask. I was like, yo, what the fuck? You didn't see the flask this whole time?
When that scene happened in the theater, I didn't understand. I was like, where that bitch just like to drink? I was like, what's going on? Maybe she just has the same flask as her.
You didn't get that? That's why she left.
Yeah. I was a little slow, and then I put 2 and 2 together. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. She doesn't want to like admit that he's actually alive. So she went into shock. She was like, holy fuck, he's alive. And she dipped out. That's why she wasn't too shocked when she saw him, because she was like,
so how'd you feel about that twist? Did that bother you? Like they were trying to do too much, or
which twist?
With him being alive, did that feel natural, or was that just?
I knew that was gonna happen because it was closed caskets at the start. I thought all the guys were gonna be alive.
Okay, even the Punisher. Nah, he was dead.
Nah, that motherfucker was gone, man. Yeah, I was hoping he was gonna be in the movie more, but you know, yeah. From that 2-minute little scene he got where he was like, and he had a bullet in his belly. Nah, he's done. What confused me was like, they hopped out the truck and they were trying to get away from the truck, but then they hopped back in the truck and got blown up. That was confusing.
Yeah, I gotta watch.
Didn't that confuse you?
The film over, yeah.
Because I was like, and the way the truck blew up looked fake as hell. I was like, that looks too movie fake. Like
that's because
cut
of what
the truck
he did.
in half. Yeah, but for the movie, they actually cut the truck in half and blew it up. Like I don't think a truck.
Casey, you froze there.
A van is not gonna.
Casey's so passionate that he's just freezing the.
Flip forward like.
Oh no, we lost him.
You know what I mean? So when I saw that, I was like, some fuckery afoot. this scene is some fuckery, you know. So they could have
your whole statement was just froze just now. Me and Rory were just looking like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. No, I was saying the way that the scene was done with the explosion in the beginning, it looked too movie production safe. Like you could tell the van was cut in half.
But they explained that. They showed you that Liam Neeson like planned the explosions and stuff there to make it blow up.
But a truck is not gonna. Nothing's gonna explode that perfectly like that. Where the front half just goes forward through the garage door. Like it's not gonna look that perfect.
Well, Steve McQueen liked shit looking pretty, and he wanted it to look pretty.
It looked too nice. That's why I was like, "There's fuckery happening in the scene right here. Like something's not right. Somebody's not dead, or like it made it too predictable for that part."
Yeah, I thought it blew up way too easily. I was like, they just shot it up a couple of times. They had to do all that.
Bullets ain't gonna do that. The gas tank.
Like, it looked like a rocket launcher went off at
hit the back. It looked like a rocket launcher hit the back of the truck. You know what I mean? So I was like, something's fucked with this whole scene, and it clearly was because he put like fucking canisters. It showed at the end of the movie. He locked them in the van and he put canisters of fucking gas and shit behind them.
Damn taken, man.
Yeah, and dipped out with the money.
Yep, he's like, about to leave my black family, start new with my beautiful white queen. And my white
that
child.
Was crazy, man. She could have been like,
damn.
She was almost part of the squad. She could have baited out the whole scene. She could have threw a whole monkey wrench in the whole situation.
And I like how Viola Davis was always like secretive about like asking her to join.
Yeah.
She never came out and like been like, "Hey, we're gonna do this." She was smart. She was very selective and smart. Even when she first
just let that one girl who could run fast in the crew a little too easily. She's like, you know, you're gonna be catching bodies in this shit. You know, you could get bodied in this shit. And she was like, yeah, you could come in the crew. It was like, what the fuck? She just let her in like that. You know what I mean?
Muscles. They saw her beating that meat like Rocky. And
they didn't have to tell her, oh, you're splitting your cut with her. They could have been like, yo, we're giving you like 40 grand. You in? And she would have been in. You know, they didn't have to be like, we're giving you $1.7 million.
Well, she got to know that she put her life on the line. Your life ain't worth 40 grand, though.
I know, but they really could have ripped her off. She would have took that shit.
She was desperate, though.
Yeah, they could have been like, yo, we'll give you, Bojangles and a fucking
2-piece extra spice.
Forever 21 gift card. You in? She'll be like, damn, yeah, I'm in.
Like, shit, that's a steal, son. I was about to go on that hoe app with home.
Yeah, exactly. They did that for both those girls. They didn't know nothing about the $3 million.
Look up that hoe out, man. It's a holiday.
Rodriguez and her could have kept that $3 million to themselves.
Homegirl should have had all of them go on that hoe app, man. She would make good money.
Yeah.
Holidays coming up soon. Shit, I'm about to go on there. If you see me out with anybody, look the other way.
But I don't know. It was a good movie, man. It was mad entertaining. It does have its holes and its problems, but it was entertaining. And the lighting, everything was dope on it. The whole movie was compelling.
It was long ass movie. Right?
I thought the pacing was good. I don't know. It
paced well, but damn.
Because when it started getting slow, that's when it should have gotten slow. That's when they started revealing that the son died, and then they showed the scene with the son. So I was like, "Oh shit," you know what I mean? Now, and even in the between part, it had the bowling alley owner who was trying to get more answers out of her, who was getting stabbed up. You know what I mean? So it kept it flowing. You know, they opened up the story at a good pacing to me.
That scene was messed up. He's like, "Could you feel this? Can you feel?" He's like, "I'm paralyzed, dumbass."
You
feel that one
though. He's giving that white boy insult. You fucking asshole! Oh, Jesus Christ!
God damn it!
And dude picked up his wheelchair, fixed it up nice, and then just dashed it again to the side. I was like, "That's a real fucking asshole, man."
That's some Toronto goofy shit, man.
How you gonna pick up the man's wheelchair, fix it back up, extend it out? And then make the guy think, oh, he has a hard out. Oh, shit. You fucking piece of shit. You threw my wheelchair. You know what I mean? So I was like...
You can't trust anybody that says 2-piece extra biscuit, make it extra spicy.
Yeah, man. Holy.
Oh,
but
man.
I wanted to see more. I wanted to see what was happening after the brother died and the mayor, the dude who's running for mayor, finds out. Because it can't be just him and his brother running all of Chicago like they're saying they are, you know, or that ward. You know what I'm saying?
A new person coming for Viola Davis. Widows, too. Nobody died. The widows are still alive.
Yeah, and the dude running for mayor is still alive, and he ain't mayor no more. So
I don't know. I don't think they should.
They don't need no sequel. Nah, I don't think they should. Nah. What are they going to do? It's going to be the Ghostbusters, the new Ghostbusters. You know what I mean? Like,
we got to do another heist.
Yeah. First we had to do 2. Now we have to get 8. It's like it's dumb shit. I wouldn't watch that. McQueen's not really a guy to make sequels, so.
Nah. Who wants to see 12 Years a Slave Part 2?
We're going for 24 this time, baby.
24. Oh,
you thought the 1900s was crazy? Wait till we take you to the 1200s. You know what I mean? I don't know. Some shit. Yeah, it'd be dumb. Nah.
All right, I think this concludes this review of Widows. Sound mad sleepy, man. I think I need a 2-piece extra biscuit.
I'm just glad my power's back on, man. Shit.
Oh yeah, shout out to
Viridian.
Viridian, that's the power people in
yeah. Yeah, who ain't answering their phone when times matter.
Yo, ours is Duke Energy. That's our place.
Motherfuckers was dodging my shit, man. Putting me on hold, put me in busy right away. Please hold right away. Click. I'm like, what the fuck? Hung up on you? I know I paid
Damn,
this
Casey
bill.
ain't paying his energy bill, man.
Yeah, I was thinking at first, I was like, nah, this shit's paid. This is fuckery, man. Fuckery's afoot right now. They don't want me to be great.
Power good? No storms or nothing? Knocking you out? You good?
Nah, man, everything's good so far.
Everything is blessed.
Alright.
We got a little piece of snow and friggin' this area fell apart, man. I was like, what the fuck?
Alright, let me let folks know where they can reach us. Baccannal, you can hit us up at thebaccannalsquad@gmail.com. That is theBaccannalsquad@gmail.com. We're on Instagram and Twitter at @the_Baccannal, BACCHANAL. Again, we're on Facebook if you want to listen to us. Check us out on iHeartRadio, SoundCloud, Google Play, iTunes,
and
Spotify now. And we're also on YouTube. Type in The Baccannal.
Yep.
So we are everywhere.
We did it, baby. We there.
STDs in America. We are spreading.
That motherfuckers better subscribe and listen on YouTube. We got
Creams
that shit
will
now.
not
Stop
clear
asking.
us up. Okay, we're back. We're the itch that keeps on itching. We are the herpes of podcasts.
No, we are not.
So, once you listen to us once, we're gonna pop back up every once in a while, alright?
No, we consistently keep coming back,
We are consistently coming back, alright? We are
You just can't get rid of you.
Nope.
Podcast. You can't get rid of Baccannal, alright? We might disappear, but you're gonna have a flare up every once in a while. You're like, what's that bump? That's the Baccannal, alright? Just look away from it.
Oh, Lord.
Yes.
Episode 61, everybody. Thank you for listening.
You can't get rid of us, alright?
Peace. Peace.
Foul tracks.